swear.
Here we go. Oh, you bastard. Why are you so evil to me? This phone. It's not the phone, it's the damn...
I don't know which one to click, there's so many of them.
It's the damn, you know, the damn thing. Let's pull this back. And this time, because I'm so...
16, that's the latest one. Oh, 1921.
Because I'm so amateur.
This one.
Excuse me.
That's the one.
I'm so amateur. There we go.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, I've got you all. I've got your lease. There we go. Okay, I've got you all. I've got your lease. Right. Excellent. I'm happy. Am I in shot? Am I in shot?
Yeah.
Sit
Oh,
down.
I'll sit my ass down. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's it.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
you
Yeah,
should be.
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, am I good? It's all good. It's all good. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic stuff. We're live on this one here. Wow, one person watching. Fantastic stuff. Let's get headset on. Let's rock and roll, baby. We haven't even done a sound check or anything. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. 1 2 1 2. And remember, we've got to press record on this. Give me a match at least.
Hello. No, nothing. Got nothing.
Go.
One.
There you go.
1 2 1 2. That's it.
How you hear yourself all right?
Yeah. Bit loud.
How's that?
1 2. Well, it's still a bit loud.
Right, we'll turn the headphone down because the mic levels on here are perfect. So,
1 2. Right, that's it. Right, up. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Bit more. Little bit more. That's cool.
cool. Ollie? Hey.
Yo,
Oh, yeah, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
lovely.
Damn, I just salivated all over.
Yuck.
Yeah, yuck. Oh, Lord. Right. Shut up.
You.
There we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, are we all rock and rolling here? Right, okay, let me just press record. You know what I mean?
Don't forget to
Oh,
press
love-
record, George.
No, oh, lovely. Oh, right, okay, so. I've got no, where's my notes gone? Jeez. Oh, no. Right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuning into the George King Talks podcast with Lisa.
Hello.
Welcome, Lisa.
Hello.
Welcome, Lisa. And we also got Ollie. It's
Yo.
been a while. Ollie's been back from the Dubai and flu. Fantastic stuff. I love
That's a while,
seeing you
man.
back. Yeah, it has been. It's just taken a while, clear. So it's been
I'm
awesome.
sick again now.
Oh, brilliant. You know what? I was feeling a little bit rough. Oh, sorry. Let me just finish off this little intro thing. Ladies and gentlemen, you may notice Martin to my right is not sitting here. He's he just finished work, the poor dude, and he's got to go and eat something, and he probably just flake out. You know, the type of jobs that we do are kind of physical jobs, you know, not office work, so he's a sparky. So we're going to miss him tonight. Mark, if you're watching, get your ass around here. Right. At least, also, we've got some more bad news. There's no Rob here tonight. He needs to stay home and support his daughter Ruby. How you doing, Ruby? I hope you're well. This goes out to you. And it's just us lot. So I've got that was the bad news. Would you guys like to hear the good news?
Yes, please. Go
Yes.
Okay. Before we talk about
on. Yeah.
the wedding. Are you done? Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, just want to make sure technically we've done all that. We've done that. Lovely stuff. We got. The hell?
I didn't even say anything yet.
I don't know. That's that, you know what? That is a bit of a. But I prefer this one for you, Ollie.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
classic.
Yeah.
You know, it's either that one or.
Yeah. Both work. Both
Yeah,
do
no.
the same job. The crow one does as
You
well.
like the
yeah.
crow?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, trust me, you guys on YouTube can't hear it. And there's two bits of bad news I bring in this week. I was informed by street, what are they called? The Spreaker. I was informed by Spreaker that they will no longer be publishing it on YouTube anymore.
What? Just you personally or everyone?
No, everybody.
Oh,
everybody.
okay.
Yeah.
When you said they've been contacting you, I was like,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like-
they sent me an email. It's probably generic.
yeah, oh, right, okay.
You know, and yeah, so
Switch the on-air sign off.
you know what? Let's just
No, I'm joking.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to bring it around a little because you know it'll hide my anyway. Yeah, so they are no longer. So on YouTube, you're not going to get the 15-minute ones anymore.
Right.
The
So you've got to find a
snippets.
new.
Well, they're already going on Amazon podcasts. So if you go or Spotify or Podchaser, or there's about another 3-4 platforms that they go on. So that's fine. That's fine. It's just that, and the thing is, on YouTube, you can't listen to it like a radio. You have to have a screen on, so you can't listen to it in the car.
Yeah.
Whereas Podchaser, Spreaker, Amazon, it's just you know, you can drive and listen, which is perfect. I mean, because I do love those 15-minute snips because they're just so funny. The sound effects, but in saying that, so that was one bad news. But in saying that, ladies and gentlemen, we're a third way through the new studio. We're looking probably closer towards maybe in the Christmas special that we might be unveiling it to you all. And you won't get the sound effects. You can't hear the background music on this. So it does make a big difference with the effects. So you're missing out on a lot, but you're getting us live, you know, and a continuous live. So thank you for hanging in there with us. Smash a like and subscribe and share if you have anybody that you'd like to share it with. And if you have questions, you can put them in the chat now or put it in the comments later and we'll come back to it. We'll see the comments and we can reply to you. Right, going back to my second part of bad news. Just make sure.
I swear we asked for the good news.
Yeah.
Didn't I give you the good news?
No, not yet. We're getting all the bad
Yeah,
news.
let's do
Oh
the bad
yes,
news.
sorry, we've done the bad news.
Oh.
That was Spreaker.
Yeah.
Spreaker no longer distributing on.
Yeah.
on
You said
YouTube.
you had more bad news.
Well, the other bad news was that Rob is not here
Okay.
and Martin's not here, so that's a bit of bad news. But you know the dudes have got their reasons, and so the good news. Oh, we need a drum roll. You know, or she's lovely. She builds me up. You know what I'm saying? She makes me feel like it's worth doing, you know, and at least just one person. Hold on, 1 second, we got messages. Why is there two people are watching? Who the hell's watching? I'm one of them.
Yeah, and I'm the other. It just does, George.
It's just us again, but you know what? It's all cool. It's all cool, man. It's all cool because like the reasons why we do this is our own personal reasons. You know, it's a stress release.
And they can listen back at any time.
Yeah, they can anytime. You know, I just love doing this with you guys, and I wouldn't want to do it without you guys. Personally, I'm just saying that I wouldn't want to do it without you guys because it's been great. It's great having you guys around here. All right then, so let me have a sup of my amber nectar.
Good news. We're still waiting.
I know, yeah.
Good news.
It's what they call
Building the
Yeah,
anticipation.
isn't it?
That's right. And I didn't put any lemonade in there. Damn it! I'll have to go on the break. Right. Next week.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should I just? This is pure silence. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, first time ever, we will have a spiritualist.
Yeah.
We're gonna have one of those people that can look into a crystal ball, or can read tarots. I take it, and but it's mainly she has communication with the other side.
Wait, I thought everyone could do that.
What? Tarot cards? Yeah, well, you know, I mean, you got to know what they mean. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, looking forward to next week. We're going to have Suzanne, the psychotherapist. No, not a psychotherapist, a spiritualist. If I'm not mistaken, was that?
Is this a different
Yeah.
Suzanne?
No, because
Yeah,
you've got Susie,
Susie,
the
yeah.
hypnotherapist,
Okay.
and Suzanne is the spiritualist.
Ah.
Is it
Yeah.
spiritualist? I mean, she'll correct us when what she actually does, and I mean what she does.
And she's
how-
confirmed, yeah?
I solid from Rob. It's
Okay.
100% solid. Yes, she'll be here next week.
Cool.
So
Right.
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
She's gonna bring all her spirits.
Ah, shit, Ollie, why did you do that? Why did you say that to me?
Oh,
you know, I'm
how's that?
gonna, you know, is there anybody there?
She better bring them with her,
Yeah.
What, the spirits?
Yeah. I'm sure she will.
and make sure she takes them with her when she goes.
Yeah, leave
look,
you with one.
I hope she takes them. She better take them. I don't want them here, you know, because I live alone. And if I start hearing fucking noises around the place, I'm not going to be impressed. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, looking forward to that. I've got questions to ask. And this is what I'm saying. If you guys want any questions to be answered, did you just come off?
No, I'm still on.
You can't be still on.
I'm still on. I
Because
can
there's
see
only
it.
one person watching,
Well, then it's me.
but I'm watching.
But I'm watching too.
Then there should be 2 people watching.
I wouldn't worry about it, George. I wouldn't worry
You know,
about it.
and
Oh,
what
there
is
we go. We're back up to 2.
Back up to 2. Are you sure? I only got 1 person watching it. Why isn't
Mine
this?
went down to 1 and back up to 2. So
Yes, 2.
there we
Maybe
go.
it's a delay or
Yes,
something.
a
I
glitch in the
don't know.
matrix.
Yeah, it's a glitch. You're trying to get me. Secret society. You've got the eye on me. Anyway. So, yes, looking forward to that. I'm really sorry. I'm a little bit all over the shop here today because I've got questions from the wedding. I was going to... you ever heard of this one, Lisa?
Yeah.
This question I asked was, do you know what an Australian kiss is? Have you ever heard of an Australian kiss?
No, never.
Yeah, did I tell you?
No.
Is this where they
Is it something down
kiss the
under?
butt?
Well,
Kiss
it's
the
like
butt, innit?
it's like a French kiss,
Yeah.
but down under.
Down
Oh,
under.
okay.
Down under,
Yeah,
mate.
down
yeah.
under,
So
yeah.
that was really when I heard that. It's like a adult dad joke.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if you tuned in last week at the wedding live, Tom's wedding. You know, well, here's another congratulations to Tom and Steph on their lovely big day last week. It was a lovely do. Thank you very much for inviting the gang. We had a good time. We brought our own beer and we got called straight away. We parked up, yeah. So check this one out. We pulled up. I had my jacket or something. I had my bag with my podcast shit to take out the boot. And as I opened up the boot, the beers of boxes, the boxes of beers were on show.
Mm-hmm.
Straight away. We didn't even get a beer out of the box, did we? Yeah, straight away, this woman comes running over. So, oh, you can't bring them in there. You can't drink them in there. You can't bring them in there. I'm like, well, miss,
Yeah.
I'm just putting my jacket on. We've not even got a bottle out. It's just a couple of boxes in the. Oh yeah, my governor says you can't bring them in. The boss says you can't bring them in. I'm like, we're not going to bring them in.
Yeah.
We're not going to drink them on
Yeah.
premises. Anyway, we got in. We must have had a few beers.
Yeah,
Ollie
I
got
bought loads of beers anyway. Like
yeah, I know, but that was the whole point, not to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So Ollie got a few rounds in. I got 1 round in, I think. Martin got in a couple of rounds, and I'm like, why the fuck are we paying for this shit when the beer's outside in the car? You know. And then closer to the evening, you saw lots of Heineken bottles. What did you buy, Ollie?
Stella.
Stella, lots of Stella bottles outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like,
yeah.
we was talking to people, and I'm like, do you want a beer, mate?
Yeah.
You know, do you want a beer, love?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, just chewing. I mean, there was some wanker people. I mean, like, when the people get drunk.
Was there anyone that done the there's always a bloke in it that gives it the old big wedding dancing thing in the middle, the encore. You know, you usually see someone.
I missed a lot of it.
It was there.
You know what? Excuse me. To be honest, Lise, I was talking to a lot of people
Yeah.
and engrossed in conversation with a lot of different people. A lot of ladies, a lot of guys. So it was... what was going on?
A lot was happening around us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't see everything. Like I was
Yeah.
looking at the videos and that, and I was like, oh, when did that happen? When did
Yeah.
that happen? I was
Yeah.
like, Jesus Christ! Like, there's everyone I was with, but then they were all doing their other thing. I'm like, how did that? What? You know? But then we were just off talking to whoever. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, to me, that's what a party should be.
Yeah.
People mingle, talk, you know, get idea. I mean, like, there was one girl there, lovely girl we met, Natasha was her name?
But Joe's wife.
And Joe. Lovely couple.
Yeah, Ez his brother. That's Ez's brother.
Ez's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely couple.
Ez's mum and dad were there as well. Yeah.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Joe was it the dad's name? Wasn't it?
No.
Or was
No.
that Joe's dad? That's her son. Yes, that was her son.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his parents I meant.
Steve and Joanne.
Was it Steve? Yeah, she was Joe. I knew one of them was Joe. You know, yeah, so Steve and Joanne. Excuse me. And, geez, excuse me again. So I was talking to them and she was well into conspiracies and stuff. So I'm like, perfect.
Tasha, you talking about Tasha?
Tasha,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Is it Tasha or Natasha?
Yeah, Natasha. Yeah, sorry.
Natasha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we was talking with her a lot about that. That was pretty. I felt a little uncomfortable because I was talking to her quite a lot, and her husband.
A lot. I was chatting to her for about 2 hours.
I mean, I suppose she's got enough of her husband all day, all night. You know what I mean?
that's it,
Having a chit chat with a couple of strangers.
Yeah.
Well, one stranger and
Yeah, no,
and
yeah.
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, they know me.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. You're not I'm the stranger.
Yeah.
I was, so it was nice to see some of the people there. That, I mean, Tom's mum was like, I still listen to his music. I'm like, I appreciate that. Obviously, she knows that, you know, there's bands out there that can't compare to us, I suppose. We're very, very good, I suppose. What do you reckon, Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. She loved it. I love she loved it.
loves it.
No, we
does
were
love
listening to it in the car up there. It was like, sounds good.
You know, it came on because I had it on the car in the background. Some music was playing, some hip hop and all that, and then
we came on.
yeah,
It was like,
I was
yes.
fuck, ain't heard it in a while, man. Turned it up.
Sounded
a little
good.
bit. Yeah, mate. When you don't listen to that's. And the thing is, it's timeless. There's nothing you can say it was done in the 50s or 2000s or in the 60s.
A bit of everything, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a timeless album. I think when we have a break, I might.
When we're dead, we're going to be superstars.
Yeah, that's when we'll get
artists that won't be appreciated
always the
until
case,
until
isn't
it's over.
Guys, listening to on Spreaker, we're coming up to the end of this segment. Forgive my unprofessionalism. I'm a little bit scatty because I was having issues with the media, and so it normally takes a couple of episodes to get going. So we'll be right back. Lovely. Save. And
So you live on the same street?
I live next door.
Oh, next door, right? Yeah.
it's just
No, because when you were saying about
lemonade.
the like the decorating and that,
Oh, right, yeah.
and then I was like, oh right, she must live on the same street. So I think, oh, that's
Mine
convenient.
literally, I'm next.
Oh, so you're literally next door.
I am next
You
door.
must have heard the words playing all the time.
I heard everything, and I even know that I can sing along to
Sing the
every-
song.
I can sing the songs. I used to really enjoy
Yeah.
sitting there out in the garden listening to
Oh,
you
that's
having
brilliant.
a jamming session.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. I just wanted to get in, you know what I mean? And like watch you guys.
Like a free gig.
You know, it was a free gig.
Garden gig, yeah.
Once I sat out there one summer, or one of
Oh, let me press
during
record.
over the
Let me
summer.
press record on that because it's nice to hear. Because welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. No. Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Tuning in to George King Talks, and Ollie and Lisa. Ollie was just asking Lisa if she lived on the same road, and she does.
And I said, yeah, I live next door. Yeah, literally. And he just said about listening to the band when they used to jam out. Like,
Yeah.
used to have like a Friday night session, especially in the summer. I used to sit out there 9 o'clock at night, have a glass of something nice in my hand, and listen to it. It's like a free gig. But I knew all the words to all the songs, and it was great. I was like, yeah, you know, I got so into it. I really
Remember
did.
at time people would knock on the door, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They would like
Yeah.
just stand there and
Yeah.
watch. We'd just
Yeah.
be in there rehearsing.
I'm not
People would knock on
surprised.
the door and just be like, "Come on,
That was
watch."
weird. That was weird.
Yeah.
That one. But it was like, you know what? I really appreciate.
We had a good sound, man.
Man,
You
we
did.
did.
You did.
We did.
Anyone walking past, listening to that was it was
Well,
it was
sorry,
music
that was
to
me.
their ears because
Yeah.
it really was nice to hear a proper band
Yeah.
really playing a good sound. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just stop and watch. You could have pulled a crowd.
Absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. What I really appreciate is that I know you're not lying. That you
Yeah.
actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because the comments that we'll get from Lisa, just amazing stuff. And
I'm a proper rock chick. I've done my rock time. Yeah, I've seen some of the greats. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to rock, and I've been
you've seen
I've been to a lot of gigs. And I'll tell you what, like I said, I used to go to Battle of the Bands every Thursday night when I was younger. And there'd be about a good 8 bands up on that stage, all different, just getting out there, smashing their stuff. Do you know what I mean? Listening to the leads, like, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And listening to you guys after so long was like, oh, God, this is brilliant. Memory lane for me.
Take you back.
Take me back.
But how would you feel, though, if you were total tap? You know, it was just making noise. It was just horrid. As a neighbour.
I don't know how I feel because I didn't have to experience that. One evening I sat there and I went live on something. I can't with all my mates. I went, just listen to what I'm listening to, guys.
Oh,
and
really?
I went, they listened to it. And all they saw was your fence, and over your fence I see that room there. They're just in there. Listen to this. Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant! I didn't know that.
Back to all my rock friends. All my rock friends.
Really.
You know, check this out. Check this band out.
Oh, that's amazing! Thank you very much for that. That really makes us. We appreciate it because we performed it and stuff, and
we enjoyed it as well.
I loved it. I mean, and literally, you were there from the ground up, from afar, in that respect, and like how the songs progressed and so on.
Oh, definitely. I heard the stop starts. I heard the language between you guys, and like, no, you come in here, and no, you got it. You know, I heard the lot.
Yeah.
You know, and the stop starting again, start it again. But then, like you said, you listen to the progression, and after a while, do you know what I mean? After a sort of few months, you guys are just going, right, let's jam this song out, and it's just full song, wacko, done.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is good. Yeah, I mean, it started really coming together.
Yeah, when everyone's
really
got it.
Good.
Because when you've got it, when you're creating something, you know, be it a painting, a poem, a song,
it can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And you've got to find that structure that keeps the essence of what the song is about. You can't veer off too far, but you could. And because you've got that potential before it's written to go anywhere, you've got to try and stay in the lines, keeping the essence of what it's about. You have
to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll just sound like everything else that you've got, and it'll just be, you know. And each song,
they kind of write themselves in a sense where like that if you veer off too far, you know you've gone too far. So you kind of got to keep it like there, innit? Like,
you have to be
the song's got to have that theme throughout, sort of thing. Like
every song was unique. That was the thing. That was it. It was unique. You weren't listening to a cover. Yeah, I didn't hear one cover from you guys.
None of us like covers. That's the thing.
And
Tom loves a good cover.
It's one of those things that you always know it's a good song because once you've come away from it, the next day you're actually humming and singing it at work.
I didn't know.
Do you know what I mean? And that's when you know that you've got something. It's when you take that away and you go, I know.
Is it still on Spotify?
Yeah,
it's still on there.
Brilliant. It's incredible.
Wherever we put it on, it's on there.
It's still on there.
Yeah.
You just need the right person to listen to these guys, you know, and just snap them up. Stick them on the stage.
We'd have to relearn it all.
Well, you know what I mean? I thought about it the other day. I was like,
but
imagine.
It would come. It would come.
It will. It definitely will.
And quicker.
Just yeah. I definitely because like I was thinking about when we was at Tom's wedding. Imagine if we'd done a little bit. Because people are asking, you gonna do something?
You would have smashed it. I'll tell you what, that would have been brilliant if you'd have done that.
It would have.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm like, fuck. I don't know the words. I don't know the chords.
Yeah.
You know, you have to sit down and listen to it. You know, it's like a kind of domino effect in the mind. You know, you start one, it's like you know, and the rest of them tumble down and follows you. So yeah, I mean that you know what? That's another story. But we will, once we get all our equipment up and running, all the audio that comes through, this, the sound effects and musics and everything like that will be on YouTube. So I can't wait to get that sorted out. We just got to carry this on for another month or two. And then hopefully by Christmas, by the time we do what Rob wants to do, which is get hammered over the Christmas period sometime, get drunk on
Christmas party pod.
Yeah, the Christmas party pod.
Yeah. Looking forward to
Yeah, get wasted. So, which I still am worried about Rob, who he may not be able to handle it.
him not handling it.
Yeah.
I don't even drink alcohol, so you can imagine what I'm going to
Well, you've not got far to, you
Yeah,
don't
I
have
know.
far to stumble.
I
You
know,
stumble,
literally, yeah.
you can use the wall
Yeah,
to
yeah,
hold
that's
this.
it, yeah.
And why is it trunks always?
Hold on to the wall. Yeah.
Heavy breathers
Yeah,
are the,
yeah.
when you're drunk, you know, and it's cold. When it's cold
Yeah.
as well. The wall supports me. There's the keys.
It's the key bit is the
But
worst
Don't
bit.
worry, Lisa. Don't
Yeah.
be like loads of fellas in there. We shall walk into the door, make sure you're safe, ring the doorbell, and we can run away.
Yeah,
let you fall. As soon as they open, as soon as they open the door, it's like face first. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my god.
Oh Lord! Right, so guys, listen. I'm really sorry. I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit all over the shop a little bit here. So, let's just hold on. Halloween superstitions. That's for next week.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
the spiritualist.
next,
I have her questions, but I've written out the stuff for
Halloween
for
special.
Halloween. Yeah.
Mm.
So additional questions there. So, like I said, I'm a little bit here and there. I'm gonna have to draw questions that I've not yet asked from way back that I've written. So this show is gonna be the was it a mashup? What they call a mashup?
Yeah.
It's a mashup of questions, ladies and gentlemen, which is really not different to whatever we do. So, I mean, is there anything you've noticed this week in the news that you guys want to bring up?
Well, what's happening in the news? Apart from obviously One Direction.
Yes.
Rest
Did he
in
jump
peace,
or did he
mate.
fall? Or was he pushed?
Rest
So,
in
yeah,
peace, mate.
so
Yeah,
31 years
yeah,
old.
Yeah.
Is it One Direction is no longer going? Is it?
No.
Oh,
It's
no.
finished.
Yeah, they finished ages
So-
ago.
What was he doing now, musically, or?
I don't know.
film,
I mean,
or
I just. Sort of,
Anybody know?
no, I don't really know.
I don't know anything about it. My mum said apparently he was a bit of a depressive. So
Right.
did he jump? I don't know. I read something like the hotel. Did you see the audio of the hotel manager ringing the police?
No,
No.
I didn't see
Okay,
I've
so
seen
it
a
was
lot
like-
of bits,
Yeah, it was
but-
on the news. I'm
Yeah.
sure a lot of people have heard it. Where the hotel manager was like, he was speaking in the language it was.
Argentinian.
Yeah, and
Which is Portuguese, isn't it?
Is it?
Or is it?
But anyway, it was translated,
Yeah.
and basically he was like, look, there's a man here, didn't say who he was, there's a man staying in the hotel, he's just checked in about 2 days or something. He's drunk on alcohol and drugs,
Yeah.
and we're afraid for his life, we don't know what he's going to do, and there's like,
Yeah.
and that was basically got like the to and fro, pretty much explaining that again and again and again. Get here quick, there's a man here, we're worried for his life, there is a balcony in his room, we're scared for his life.
Mhm.
So he's drunk on drugs and alcohol, and that was kind of the conversation, just kind of repeating that, come send ambulance quick,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know. Did he
Mm.
jump? Has it come out? Has it come out? Did he fall? Did he jump?
I don't
Was he
know.
pushed?
No, they've done a post-mortem of what.
They can
Sort of
normally
like
tell
a-
from where the
of his
body lands,
accident.
can't they? They should know straight away,
Yeah, they haven't
What?
done his.
but they don't tell you.
No.
Man, I mean, look, 31 years old,
Mm.
shame. Life is just so young,
Mm.
you know. And may he rest in peace. I don't know if it was self-inflicted or was he pushed? But why would they push him?
I mean,
He's not
I think
conspiracy.
in that state, I don't really know if it counts as a suicide. Even if he did it himself, I think in that state it
Well,
doesn't.
accidental.
Suicide.
Death,
It doesn't really
accidental
count as
death,
a
yeah.
suicide, does it?
No.
If you're drunk on alcohol and drugs and you have the idea, okay, I've had enough, I'm going. It's not a real suicide, is it? If like in terms of they're not in their right mind to
They're
make
not-
that
yeah, but
decision.
to
If they sobered up in the morning, they would have definitely, and they survived, they would have definitely regret
Yeah.
any of that. So it's it's an unfortunate accident, I guess.
I've missed you.
Unless-
I've missed you, you little
Oh.
bastard.
Unless
You
he
know what I
was-
mean?
In-
No, I'm
do your,
getting
do your
beat
wind.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
that was good. That was really fun.
No, that was good. That was serious.
The
His
bingo was
bingo.
really-
Did you win anything?
No.
Yeah, prick.
It weren't really about winning and that. No, but do you know what? The place, it was really good. Like they did it like it was like being on a game show. Like you're in the
Oh,
audience, like and the whole thing was like they had people on the stage with all weird Daft Punk type suits or whatever, doing all weird dancing and that, and it was like being on a game show, like on a TV game show. Like it was done really well. Like it was actually done really well. Yeah.
Where was it?
In London, Liverpool Street, and I mean the beers were a rip off.
Oh,
You can order one beer. The price starts at like £3 something, and then it goes up to like £6 something,
That's
and
when you get
then by the time but for one beer, no, I didn't pay it. I'll tell you what I did. I've made an even worse thing. For one beer, so it started at £3.60 or whatever, then it goes up to £6.30 or whatever, and then they added on the service as well, so it was like £7.20 for one beer. And I said, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, I can get a bucket. So the same thing happens with a bucket. You get a bucket of beers for six beers. And that was like, it started out at 23, ended up being about 32 quid in the end for this bucket, 6 beers, 32 quid, right? He brought over a bucket, right? He brought over the beers, right? Brought over an empty bucket. I said, what the heck is that? I said, you give me an empty bucket. I said, go get me some ice, put some ice in the bucket. I said, what am I paying for? So I just paid 32 quid for six beers.
And
Did you ask him?
And they brought me over an empty bucket.
What did
They brought me over an empty bucket and put some beer, and I was like, you must be like,
Yeah,
oh,
but you
go
just
get me.
ask. That's all you ask for is a bucket.
A bucket is usually a bucket
No,
of
a
ice
bucket,
with
yeah, with
bees.
bees.
That's
it,
why I was
right.
taking the piss.
And the worst thing about it was I drank about 2 of them, and
Yeah.
I had to, I'm giving the other ones out because it didn't really last that long to drink 6 beers. You know? I mean, look, we've been here an hour. I've only had 1. Do you know what I mean? So we was only really in there for 2 hours. I only really needed 2 beers, but I didn't want to pay the £7.20. So I made it even work. Ended up giving them all
So
away.
you lost money, you didn't win money.
No.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah. And one of the other brands I had that night was about 80 quid.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't even know. Because the problem is, I go to everyone, I'm like, look, you order the drinks, I'll pay them because I don't want to go up to the bar.
Big mistake.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But
Sorry.
it got worse because I ended up having a Jaeger shot, and you know I'm always saying I'm banned from whiskey.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Well,
are.
Jaeger shot is the same thing, you know.
Didn't they know that at work? Didn't the barman know
Then
this?
I'm off, you know, like.
The
But
barman should have known these
Yeah.
things.
What?
I didn't realise this. The girl told me like the next time we was at work, and I was like, "You would not shut up in the cab." I said, "I don't remember being in the cab," and they were like, "How do you not remember being in the cab? You
Are
would
you
not
one
shut up." The problem is, right, if I get too drunk, and especially like a lot of sugary as drinks as well,
Yeah.
like with like Jaeger and that, where it is, I get really hyped up, and then but my brain is asleep. So the person you know is asleep. Whoever's talking to you is some zombie person.
This is
And-
what I mean. When people say,
And I've got myself in a lot of trouble in that. And that's why I say I'm banned from whiskey,
Right,
favourite drink, but I'm
right,
banned
gotcha.
because there's no one in the driving seat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm a very like
is it?
I have no impossibility. Everything is possible for me.
Is it
So
dark Ollie?
it's not dark. No,
No, because
it's
you're
the opposite. It's
Someone else, Ollie.
It's the relentlessness. I have a lot of discipline. Well, I like hold back because I'm one of the like, oh, you want to do that? Let's go do it. I don't care how hard you think it is. We'll go and do it.
What do,
But
do you,
But if I haven't got someone in the driving seat, then there's no one telling me that, and then I'm just doing everything.
God.
Yeah, like even we was out in the smoking area at one point, and like I was like, and then it's oh, what have you had? What have you had? I said no. Then the girls I was with, they were like because they thought I was on drugs.
Yeah.
I said no, he's not on drugs. He's just really really smart. And I was like, well, come down there. And then like I don't know, some girl was like holding my hand. And I was like, all right, we're good, we're fine. And I went back inside again. Just went up to some girl, just like looking at me like that.
Proper hyper then.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
really hot, and it's just
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
like there's a lack of control
Yeah.
there, like
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why I say certain drinks I'm alright.
do you,
Like I can have a beer, fine.
Yeah.
I can drink a bit of rum, fine. A bit of vodka, I'm
oh
fine.
shit! This one stopped. Sorry, mate. I'm gonna say and carry on. I just sorry. We sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. That was a sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. That was a little abrupt the finishing there. So terribly sorry. Ollie, yes, please carry on. The girls, you were scaring them. What was it?
No, I wasn't scaring them.
No,
No, what it was, we was talking to one girl. I think she was probably a lesbian and that, but she
Oh,
really liked
oh.
she really liked me in terms of like who I was or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, come meet my sister or whatever. So she introduced me to her sister. Was chatting to her sister.
Was she
and that.
taller than you?
No, it was a cute, short, cute girl. She was alright. She was
so
nice.
You remember?
Yeah. No, that bit I was alright. Like that bit was fine and that, but I think at one point I probably like I kept going up to her, like I was doing my thing, going off wherever, and then come back to a dance with her or whatever. But then
You were
her
teasing.
sister, then I don't know.
Yeah,
her
you-
sister.
You were teasing.
I didn't know it was her sister, but then she come up to me and she was like that's my sister. Like
Yeah.
she warned me, you know.
Yeah.
She introduced me to her.
Yeah.
But she like she thought
Is this the lesbian?
yeah. So
Yeah.
but
It's the lesbian that
But then-
came up and warned you.
I was already talking to her, but she introduced me to her sister, but I didn't know it was her sister. So, but
Right.
I kept like having a bit of a thing with her, and then leaving and going outside, smoking or whatever,
Yeah.
coming back, trying to have another bit thing with her, and then coming back. Like, and then she come up to me, she like gave me a little bit of a warning, like that's my sister, like don't mess her about. And I was like, oh,
Fucking hell, she's a bit like, you know what I mean?
Sergeant Major.
no,
So-
she done the right
No,
thing.
no, no, hold on a minute.
No, because
Like,
I
yeah,
wasn't
she-
I wasn't necessarily being the nice. Like I was being nice to her.
It's not that.
But-
It's that she's already been demanding because you're going away for your little space, doing what you're doing, and then coming back having a boogie with her. What does she
Yeah.
want? You stay with her all night, sitting next to her all night.
Yeah, but you can't just do that with her.
No,
can you?
of course
if,
you
if
can't.
you're gonna get with her, you got to get with her.
You've got to show her a
but-
little.
but-
You're hard to get.
Yeah, but the thing is with me, I'm running around everywhere. I'm checking exits. I'm going
Yeah,
downstairs. I'm
yeah.
going through doors. I'm like, you know, like I have to know everything. Yeah,
They
1,000 miles an hour.
They don't
Like,
know, they don't know
so-
how you operate
Yeah.
at a different
Yeah,
level.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
No, but that her sister was like. That's why she was like, "Come meet my sister," because she was like, "No, this guy is like, this is like." She was trying to say like, "This is how he is," and that.
He's
Like,
nuts.
yeah, I'm not nuts, man.
No, I know that, but that's what is that what?
Yeah, I
She's
just,
trying to portray you.
no. She kind of got me, and that's why she introduced me to her sister. But
Oh, we are. I mean, Ollie's the nuts.
yeah, I think
if Lisa,
I
if
think-
you had nuts,
I
I'd be
think
saying,
that-
you're the
I
nuts.
think the charm of it weared off, and I think at a certain point she was like, "Okay, that's my sister." And when she said that to me, I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." No, I wasn't trying to
You
like.
wasn't doing the Pepe Le Pew, was you? You know
What's that?
Pepe Le Pew.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Pepe Le Pew is
Pepe
the,
Le Pew.
yeah, he's the skunk in the cartoons. He's a skunk, and he fancies this cat, but he doesn't realise
Yeah.
it's a cat,
Yeah.
and he's all over it. He's all over the
no.
cat, man.
Yeah.
You know, because some
Yeah.
paint got down the back of the cat. It's a
Yeah.
black cat,
Yeah.
and a can of paint fell and had a white
Oh.
stripe down the
I
back.
think, yeah.
No.
So
yeah.
Pepe Le Pew is the French skunk,
Yeah.
and he's always trying to check the cat.
Yeah.
So, oh, you got to see that reference.
Yeah.
To, if you type
No,
in,
I know. I've seen it. Yeah,
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, it wasn't like that. No, it was like at first I just didn't think she was like
and was the police
like
involved?
into me at first. But then like when I kept coming back to her and that, every time I come there she was like proper smiling and that. So I was like, all right, yeah.
She was
Like,
happy to see.
She was happy to see me every time I come back,
We
sort of
like
thing.
that.
But then I was just kept running off again.
I've got to go
No,
and
but
inspect
no,
the toilets.
No, well, pretty much, yeah. But it got worse because when we was in the bingo, I think that was a pub after the bingo. But when we was actually in the bingo, there was this really beautiful girl, stunning, and she was proper into me. She kept looking at me, and all my mates was like, "Go talk to her, go talk to her." And we was with this one gay guy, and he was like, "Oh, like," started chatting to her, and he was like, "I'll go talk to you." And I was like, "All right, okay." So I started chatting to her. She was stunning,
Yeah.
and I'm chatting to her and that, but there was no connection.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
And like, but I
Yeah.
kept trying. I going up to her,
Yeah.
talking to her and that, and like, and I was, you know, but that we weren't on the same. Like, I think she would have just, like, and all my mates were like, "Mate, you're busy. Don't talk to us. You're busy." So I
Yeah.
kept going to talk to her and that. But then, like, a little bit after, like, the gay guy said, like, he was talking to her, and he was. She said apparently she said, "Oh, he just wasn't like, he just weren't talking to me or whatever." But it was like every time I tried like chat with her, I just felt like. I could say anything to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I could just say any like, and the problem with that is like I'm a creative person, so
Yeah.
it's like if I can string up a lie, and I could go as far as I want with it. You like, do you know what I mean? There was no connection
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you ain't checking.
You didn't
You
challenge
ain't
it.
you ain't
Yeah,
checking me on nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and I can't. I'm like that's not safe for me.
Yeah.
That's not a safe woman for me. Like I would end up like just it
Maybe-
wouldn't. Yeah.
Maybe she was
But then my mates
What's
was
the
like,
word?
yeah, but you could
in
just
in
like.
awe of your aura.
No,
of your intelligence.
I know when
Maybe.
I know when a girl was in awe,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it weren't that.
yeah,
we just
yeah.
we didn't connect. She
You do come across like a fella that has sexy aura.
Sexy.
yeah,
aura.
yeah,
You
no,
know,
I,
very.
look,
You know, the girls will
I
literally
worked
scratch their eyes out to get to
I worked in a nightclub for 6 years,
What is the
and
bouncer?
I was a fire marshal.
Yeah.
But if you work in a club for 6
Or a
years
bouncer.
Yeah.
and you're in that environment,
Yeah.
you see and learn everything, how it's done, like the dance, the move, where to stand, the position, what works, what doesn't.
Yeah.
Like you learn all
Yeah.
of the psychology of it. You master it. I did it for 6 years, but you master it. You get to about 28 and you're like, it's not doing it for me anymore. It becomes like so. But
That's called getting old, honey.
but then you're like, all right, I don't care how hot she is. You want that connection, innit? It's like you want to find someone that is gonna.
They got to have a brain.
Yeah, they've got to have a brain.
That's-
They
that-
got
They've got to have
to
a
be,
brain.
they got to
They
be
can-
organised.
They can
They got to
be
be
as
organised.
beautiful as.
They got to be
That's
calm.
one of those. Definitely got to
Yeah,
have a brain.
Yeah.
yeah.
Have some.
They got to be calm.
Because look, the thing is, you could sit there with a beautiful woman, and it's going to be one of the most boring, dullest experiences ever
Yeah.
if you do not connect.
That's
Yeah.
what I felt
If
with
you-
the
if you
first
like-
with the
like-
first girl. And my mates are having a go at me. They're like, what? Like, shoot, like you could have, and I'm like, yeah, I know I could have, but where would I be? Like,
Yeah.
Well,
There's
respect
no
to
point.
that. You know,
Just- you're wasting
you
your
don't want
time.
nothing shallow.
Yeah.
You want something a bit more,
Deep.
a bit more with
Depth.
substance.
A bit
yeah.
more depth. Someone who's got a
Connections.
little bit of a savvy up there that
yeah.
you click with straight away, and you
I
just know
yeah,
within the
I
first
was, yeah.
conversation that you two are can talk about anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it flows, and there's no silence.
Yeah,
You know, no awkward silence.
I don't mind the awkward
Yeah.
silence, but
Yeah.
if I'm looking at her and I'm saying something in
Yeah.
that, and then I'm thinking she's just like, and
Yeah.
I think at one point I said, oh, what do you want? And she went, nothing, and I went, oh yeah, I thought so.
Nothing. Yeah.
Right, and she didn't respond.
Yeah.
That's almost an insult. Are you
Yeah.
telling me like I almost insulted you and you just and nothing?
Yeah.
What, like, are you telling me you don't want nothing? You don't want to drink. You don't want me to go away. You don't want me to. You don't want. You can't. Your response is you don't want nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, well, I've got nothing to give you then.
What do you think? Boring.
Well, it's not that she, I'm sure she's very nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure she works
But she needs
in
someone.
her friend zone.
Yeah, in her.
For me, if I'm saying, what do you want? You tell me what you want, or we ain't going. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a progress, and if you can't progress,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you don't want nothing.
Mate, relationships is a weird thing, right? So there's women out there that you got to understand their personality as well. Some of them are just naturally quiet, and they may find you so interesting, but they can't challenge what you got to say because maybe their knowledge is limited.
Yeah, but that's not safe for me.
No, that's
Because
not
I would
good
eat
for
them.
you.
I would
Yeah.
mentally. I would.
Yeah, and
I'd decapitate them.
yeah,
That's
see,
not a safe. It's not a safe. It's not a safe. That's not a safe relationship.
No, it's
No, I'm
not-
talking.
not
I'm
for
talking
her.
metaphorically. I'm talking metaphorically.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not.
I hear you.
I'm talking metaphorically. I'm talking metaphorically. That would not be a good relationship for me to be in.
Yeah.
If
I know.
every day I can just run, if I could run circles around her mentally, I would become an evil manipulator. She would hate her life. She would hate me,
But wouldn't
and
you
she
hate
wouldn't be able
yourself?
to escape.
Wouldn't you-
I would never do it.
No, but wouldn't
I would
you-
never do it.
No, but
I wouldn't be in that relationship.
No,
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 I
but,
didn't.
no, you're right.
I just.
no.
That was a
Yeah,
real
no.
example.
Sorry, yes.
That was a real example.
My mistake.
And my friends was like, mate, you could have got with her. You could have done it. I said,
What they're saying is you could have probably had a one night stand with her. Now, at your age of 36,
yeah,
don't you find
What's
that
the point?
shallow
yeah.
and empty?
Yeah.
What's the point?
You know,
Yeah,
you're
what's
looking
the
for
point?
like to have somebody you can go back home to every day. You know what I mean? And like, oh, I can't wait to see what because she's funny.
Yeah,
Can't wait to
exactly.
tell.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
sometimes a woman doesn't even. A woman doesn't even have to respond. She just got to listen.
Yeah.
You know, because like to be honest with you, the basics a man wants is like to get home, peace, you know, supportiveness, respect, and some dinner, and just chill. That's all a man wants. A woman wants to ask the man questions. How was your day? What did you get up to? Is that pay rise coming? What about our holidays? Christmas is around the corner. You're like, bruh, I just got home from fucking work. Let me just reset, you know? And I think that's what a lot of guys are looking for, just let me have my time just to unwind. I've been out grafting, you know? Women are different. They want to communicate with emotions and emotions. Do you know what I'm saying? And they expect the man to behave like that as well. But you're not going to get that because a man is a man and a woman is a woman. We all think differently. I mean, you do have them guys that, yeah, I've got time for you all day, baby. You know, I mean, like the red diamond, but
That can pull off both.
that could pull
Yeah.
off both. You know,
It's
I mean,
a commendable talent.
no, I'm one of those. I would talk. I mean, like, not a lot. I mean, when I wake up in the morning, it's don't talk to me. You know, my brain is not awake yet. You know, so don't talk to me. Let me have 2 cups of tea, and we're good to go. Right, that's all I ask in the morning. So, but yeah, it's like a man. He doesn't expect a woman to be like a man, but a woman expects a man to be like a woman in the same kind of like emotional thing, you know. Or and I mean the thing is, when a woman's putting out her heart to you or whatever it is, you're like, do you want me to give you advice, or do you want me to just listen? Because if you give your advice, you end up getting into trouble, and I don't get that. I'm only trying to help you, and now I'm the enemy. You know, I've had that a lot of times on that, and I'm like, listen, now, and this is what comes with age, knowledge, wisdom. You know, I'm saying how to play the game. I'm like, whoa, okay. So you come in complaining about your best mate, right? And I'm trying to support you by what you're telling me. I'm reflecting it back to you, and I'm giving you my suggestion as a man, of course. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't sit there and think like a woman. I don't know how, but for me, it's like, yeah, she's a bitch. Well, you know what? She's my best friend, and we've grown up together. And I'm like, rah, okay. You know, you just ask. You know, you're pouring your heart out to me with your problem with your friend here. So you just really want me to listen. You don't want to hear any feedback. The funny thing is, yes, they want feedback, but the feedback they want to hear.
Yeah.
Not your feedback. She wants to hear a feedback that makes sense to them. And that's not going to happen because men think differently. And they're going to come from a practical...
Yeah, they're going to solve the problems.
Yeah,
like
problem
Yeah,
solving.
yeah. That, like,
you know, and they don't... And that's the thing.
oh, she's been a bitch, right, don't ever talk to her again.
Yeah, problem solved.
Where it's like, no, that's my best friend. It's like,
Yeah,
don't
but-
say that about
yeah.
me.
Like
Like,
all the woman is actually doing is venting. Like you said,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
just
yeah.
wants you to listen, really.
Well,
to,
this
to
is why you
venting,
ask.
Giving it a vent. You
Nowadays,
know, she's
you
just
just-
going for it.
Do you want me to solve this for you? Because if it was something that... It can't be the solving thing. I think you're right, Lisa. 100%. They just want you to listen.
Yeah.
And I'm quite
100%,
happy
yeah,
to
just-
listen.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Just
You
listen,
know.
yeah.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
do you want me to look you in the face while I'm listening, or can I watch the TV?
No, you can't sit there watching I don't know, something on the laptop while you're venting out and not even looking at them, you know what I mean? It's just, I think that's when you're in the danger zone.
Well, you got to look. You got to
Yeah,
avert your eyes to
yeah.
the sky or down to the ground and not look her directly in the
Yeah.
eye when she speaks. So you know, like when a dog's done something bad, you're like, bad dog, and the dog's like, sorry. You know, twists back head. You know, it's like, hey, I'm sorry. You know, and you're not the problem, but you are now. All of a
Yeah,
sudden,
yeah.
it's your fault.
Yeah,
You know.
for not listening to a vent.
Yeah. You know,
yeah.
or now you're not even giving them advice, or so you don't even so because they turn around and say, "What do you think?" That famous last line.
Yeah.
Don't fucking respond.
Yeah.
But what do I think? I think I'm going to be wrong whatever I say. That's the thing, you know. And here's a question: is that to ask? I mean, if I was asking this question to a woman, I'd be like, okay. If women are right all the time, all right, I'm going to put this to you, Liz, as you're the only female here, right? And I feel uncomfortable just staring in the sky and you know, not the, oh shit, we're coming to the end of this. Let me, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Ah, Liz. Right, let's get back to this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Right, Lisa. Now, women are always right, and men are always wrong.
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
mean,
so.
in a woman's eyes,
Yeah,
well, a lot
yeah.
of women,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I mean, not saying you,
Yeah.
but you know more women than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they'd probably come to you and told you their problem with their partner or whatever, and you're blatantly thinking that's all your fucking fault.
Yeah.
Have you ever pulled them up on that though?
Yeah.
Good.
Because I talk straight.
Well done.
And I've done it to a lot of people. I've lost friends from it.
No.
No.
What? Yeah, that one.
I have.
Well done.
I've lost. I lost a best friend for it once.
Because
No,
like you didn't
'cause,
stick in her camp.
No, well, her fella was cheating on her. Do you know what I mean? And she weren't having none of it. Do you know what I mean?
What you told her?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
fuck.
told her.
That's one thing I've learned in life.
Yeah.
Never take. Never. I mean, like, look.
Saying that, I've done it twice now. There's two people that
That's
I've
a
told.
lie.
Yeah, I've told.
I mean, I'm lying.
What? So what? You have done it?
No,
Oh.
not that I've done it. that would I tell someone?
Yeah,
if-
yeah.
That's a would I tell? That's a brilliant question. And
What's the question?
the question is, Ollie, would you tell your friend that your girlfriend was cheating? That his girlfriend was cheating?
If you found out,
Yeah.
you know, I found out, this is years ago, back when I was in my 20s, she was going out with, we used to hang out in the crowd, and my boyfriend at the time, one of his best friends, his girlfriend, she was one of my best friends because we all hung out, and they've been going out with each other for like 13, 14 years, you know, since they were like sort of 15 years old, and we're in our 26, 27 now, 28.
That's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, and he started playing the field, and how I found out is my partner told me. Did you know what's his name? Yeah, is it blah blah blah?
He broke the bro code. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, the bro code.
I'm sorry.
I had an inkling it was
Ah,
happening.
shut up, you lot.
I
Jesus.
had an inkling.
Oh
do you know
my
what I mean?
Lord, please.
Just stop pressing.
Okay.
But I told
So-
her. I told her straight.
Well, so
and she
you
said,
went up to her.
I don't know how it happened,
It
but
must
I
have
did.
been like
I
your man's a cheating bastard.
you know, I
Or
got
did
to
you
tell
say,
you this. It's
"My
gonna break
boyfriend"?
what I'm about to tell you is
Oh.
going to break your heart. But I'm so sorry, but I can't see you being mugged off, because that's what you're being. You're being mugged off. You deserve better than that. For everyone, all the black boys know what he's doing.
What?
Yeah.
What had you seen?
I'd
your
only
eyes.
see. He used to go out for most days of the week, and then
But you saw
occasionally-
him kissing another girl with
there
another
was
girl.
he was
You-
with, and
so
there was a
with
one
your
girl
own
in
eyes.
particular. Yeah,
Yeah, so-
it was this
okay.
one girl in particular that he was seeing probably once or twice a week. Yeah, for a little while, and I just weren't having none of it because everyone was laughing behind her back.
How was you aware of that? How was you aware of that?
Because I was out one night and she was there.
And she said,
Yeah, she was all over him.
oh,
The
in
girl,
front
the
of
girl.
you.
Yeah, I've seen it in front of me. But
Oh, bloody hell.
yeah. So like I
Okay,
said,
yeah,
and this
so,
is
yeah.
so I just had to tell her straight. And I told her first, it's what I'm about to tell you is going to break your heart, and she wouldn't have none of it. She turned around and said, "There's no way he'd do that." He
Did
would-
she take you're jealous?
Do you know what I mean?
Did they come
Yeah,
out
she
with-
get
that's
yeah,
the-
yeah.
Why did they go
She
there?
turned around and threw that back in my face. You're exactly right, Joel. She turned around and said, "You're only jealous of
Yeah.
our relationship.
Yeah.
What? Because you've been going out with him a lot longer than I've been going out with what's his name? That's not the point."
At that point, I would have gone, oh, so you already know then?
Mm.
That's
Was
what
she
I
a
would have
prick?
said.
Was she a prick?
That's what I would have said, because she's denying it.
The other girl was prettier,
Right.
but it was.
What about physically? What did she? Was
No,
she
she was
slim?
okay.
Nice?
She was alright. She was cool. Do you know what I mean? She was a good friend.
And
of
how
mine.
long were they going out together?
Oh, years. They out of all the couples, they were the longest standing couple.
How old? What, like in their teens?
They started going out with each other when they was 15 years old, and we're talking now into the late 20s.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's the problem right there. Right. I mean, you do
Dependent on him.
get those people
Yeah.
that met at school and are married to this day. You
Oh,
know,
they-
and they're
yeah.
pensioners and stuff. They've never seen anybody else. They've never been with anybody else. Their commitment and loyalty to each other has just been rock solid. Yeah. But then you get those people, and this is the majority. I think it's the majority of people that when they meet young, it's human nature. It's not going to last because, like, it's the first relationship, and it's a form of how humans learn how to form relationships with the opposite sex by dating someone the first time you're at 14, 15, 16. Never been out with a girl, never been out with a guy. You don't know what is expected, what either way kind of thing. You know, because at that stage you don't know what a real man is, and a man doesn't, and a boy doesn't know what a real woman is. You know, so they're just like kiddie relationships in that respect. You know, but then when they if they've been seeing each other for 5, 7, 10 years, this is where human nature comes into effect, into play, and say, I wonder what it'd be like if I went with her.
Mm.
Or she would say, he looks sexy, you know, or do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So curiosity takes over, you know, and you have a lack of experience, and then the lies come out and the relationship breaks up because they know each other so well, and all of a sudden one person's attitude has changed, and there has to be a reason why it's changed. You know, and that reason is either A, a lack of interest in this relationship, or B, I'm seeing someone else. And to do this argument, because I like seeing someone else and getting experience of other people, I'm going to end this relationship. So then I'm free to see who I want to see. And then you realize, like, if you're a guy that's not that good looking, you're not going to get many girls. But if you're a girl that's not that good looking, you can pretty much have any man. Do you know? It's just so much easier for a lady to
See,
pick up.
with them two, she was better looking than him.
Then she
Yeah.
would have
So
she would have had a lot of attention then.
no, well, no, because she was so faithful to him. Everyone left her alone. She was a good girl. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing with her. She was a good girl. You know, they were the first couple out of all our friends to get the first apartment. Yeah, so we could all go round there. We all lived with her parents back
Yeah.
then. Do you know what I mean? But she was one of the first ones to get out there. Both of them started renting a flat. So we were all round there. Do you know what I mean? Pretty much every weekend. You know, and it was just, but it was wrong. That's why I had to step in. Do you know what I mean? But I lost her as a friend.
You know what?
And
I'm
he
trying to
ended up with that girl.
in the end.
Yeah.
And-
For a while. But
So what? So didn't she come back to you and say, "Look, Lisa, I'm
No,
sorry, I didn't
no.
listen to you."
no,
You know?
she didn't. No.
That-
It was just an experience of my life that I'd learnt a lesson where I thought to myself, Jesus Christ, you know, when you're trying to do someone a favour, so that, you know, and it just comes and bites you on the arse.
It's
But there you
backfired.
go, it backfired, but there you go.
So no good deed goes
Yeah.
unpunished.
Mm.
You know, and this is what I'm saying, Ollie. If you found out, all right, let's put it this way.
So they say the way you're meant to do it is you're supposed to then go to him and say, you tell her or I tell her,
Yeah.
and then that way it comes from him, and then that way you've done the right thing.
Mm.
You know, if she starts turning around, oh, what, you knew, and you say, yeah, I knew, and I was the one that made him tell you.
Mm.
You know, that way you can try and save the relationship, your friendship, and he's had to be honest and he's learnt a lesson. You know, rather than you being the one that's had to put your nose where it don't belong.
Yeah.
In a sense. No, I'm not saying it does or doesn't belong, but I'm saying the perception is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's that's a hard one. That. I mean, like, if one of my mates was getting cheated on, I'd have to tell him. I mean, if I caught her blatantly and she saw me, then words don't even have to exchange.
Mm.
You either need to tell your man, or I'm gonna tell him. And you need to. You need to tell him by the next time I see him,
Mm.
Yeah.
or even really by the time
Right
I pick up
now.
the phone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm
You wanna tell him.
dialing now. You
Yeah.
who wants to dial first, me or
Yeah.
you? That's it. Yeah.
That's yeah. So yeah, cheating, man, not a nice thing. But again, like I said, that is growing up experiences. These are life lessons. You know what I'm saying? So, right now, have we ever talked about advertising
No.
and if it works on you, advertising? Because you know, like there's with advertising, not the type where you're talking about a watch and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're flicking through and Google adverts come up and it's a watch. Not that kind of thing. I'm talking about.
The sight and sound of any advertising is just the most off-putting thing, especially in this day and age. Like the sight and sound of any advertising.
It's like,
if I want something, I'm gonna go look for it.
yeah, no.
I don't want to hear nothing else.
No, I hear you, man.
Sorry.
I'm just saying that. For instance, the brainwashing, because it is really brainwashing, subliminal. Oh God, I'm glad Rob's not here. Listen to what I'm going to say now.
Subliminal.
Messages, right? Well, subliminal messages.
By the way you did
right,
that.
are being chucked at you all the time. And it's like buying shit that you don't need. For instance, I've got a perfectly good phone. Perfectly good phone. Plenty of memory, plenty of processing power. It's 2 years old. And I'm like, there was another model coming, which is 2 years. And I'm like, oh, shall I buy that? Shall I buy that? You know, because like there's all these adverts being pumped out for it now, for a new phone. And all these features, and I'm like, I almost bought one, you know, over $1,000. And I'm like, I don't need it. You know, I don't need it. My phone, I've nowhere, I haven't reached its capability, nowhere near it. So I'm going to stick with my phone until I actually need one.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not just a phone. It's like a games console or shit. Like, oh, do you need a new PC? No, I don't. But it's like being flashed all over TV and in adverts. You must have this PC. You must have that console. You must have these trainers, whatever it may be, whatever you're into, and it's just constantly, and then you're like, nah, I don't want one. And then as you get closer to Christmas, and you start finding out it's sold out here, it's sold out there, because you're making inquiries, you're like, maybe I should get one.
But you know it's going to be cheaper after Christmas.
Of course, but even so, regardless of what it may be, it's still planted the seed. Before Christmas, after Christmas, Black Friday, whenever it is, you know what I'm saying?
So you're susceptible to that, are you?
I am, but I fight it. I say that,
It
but
doesn't work on me at all.
yeah. Well, look at me. That guitar, I was flicking through, and that came on. I was like, so beautiful. It just,
No, but that was an advertisement.
No.
You were flicking through. That's different.
No.
That's what I'm
was,
saying. Like,
it
if
was
you're
adver-
interested in something and you go look for it, that's completely.
I didn't look for it. I was just minding my own business, man. And then one of the shops that I go to and have a look at once in a blue moon came up with new limited edition, and I saw that. When I see that word limited edition, first thing I'm clicking on, what is it? You know what I mean? Limited edition.
What you need to do, George, is transfer all of your money out of your bank account and put it in like an ISA. So you just tell yourself, I'm too poor, can't afford it.
I am, but
Okay, well then you've got a problem.
but yeah, I mean, but it, I liked it. I mean,
No,
you saw the
listen,
colour.
I'll back a guitar buyer any day of the week. Like,
Because they're investments as well. They're not like a.
it's not even that, but it's just like I've got lots of guitars. I like every single one of them. They've all got character. They've all got
Yeah.
like they're all but that's guitars are different. It's
It's a part of the art,
yeah.
you know, and I love it. They look beautiful, but it's the
Especially
thing.
if they're custom or if they're handmade or they've got something about them. Like
Yeah.
that's whole different. That's got nothing to do with advertisement. That's just like quality and
No, yeah, but I wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't advertised, you know, because like Squire's new limited edition.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, because I've got.
It's like the
I've got
newsletters.
one,
I signed up.
I've
There's a
got
lot of
3 limited editions.
newsletters on the email. So I always go through the newsletters in my email because I know that I've signed up to them and I'm interested in those things. So if I want to know that a certain brand has brought out a new whatever,
Yeah, I get that.
then I'll look at it and I'll go check out the website and then I'll maybe watch a few YouTube videos and I can go, all right, yeah, they've got me. But that's with things that I'm interested in. But just random blatant advertisement like on the radio,
Yeah.
on the TV. That doesn't work at all.
No,
That doesn't
I mean,
work
like,
at all. It's a waste of
It
money.
depends if you're in that kind of game, and I think, they listen, Google, Facebook, listen, and they keep pumping with shit you keep mentioning to your friends or whatever because they're listening to us, motherfuckers.
But
You know what I
that's
mean?
better. I think it's better because at least it's stuff that you're interested in.
Yeah, but
I'd
stuff
rather-
that I don't really want. I mean, like,
Yeah,
like, all right, check it. I'm getting adverts left, right, and centre for curtains because I want to buy a little curtain for my door.
yeah. So
Right.
you want to buy a curtain
Yeah,
and you're getting adverts for
this
curtains.
was 2 weeks ago, and I'm still getting them. Ladies
Oh, but
and
you bought
gentlemen,
it already. Yeah, there
No,
should be
I-
a.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're
There-
coming to
there
the end
should-
of this segment, and we'll be right back.
There should be. I've already bought this, and then you shouldn't get any more of them.
But that's just it.
It'll all. The industry will
Welcome
come.
back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. No, that's just it, Ollie. I bought a microphone from a shop. All right, I'm still getting adverts from that shop about that product that I bought.
Yeah.
You know, my guitar. Because I buy the guitars and stuff. This wasn't. It was like you said. It was a newsletter.
I think the
That's
industry
what it was. A
will round
newsletter
out a
that
bit.
come up in my
Yeah.
email.
See, I've learned.
Eventually, the information will get shared, and over time, it will be like, okay, so it's aware. Okay, you've bought this product, and should start to show other related things. But right now,
I've
it's
become
still.
very disciplined when it comes to
You
adverts.
got to be.
Yeah, I never used to be. Yeah, to the fact that, like George said, you see something come up and go, oh no, the Hoover, it does this and it's this, or it would be anything. I'd buy anything. You know, like I'd be a sucker. Anything would come up, or whether it's on my phone, I'm watching it on TV, I listen to it on the radio, and I do it. Yeah, and
Just bombarding
I'm
you.
really buying all this shit that I don't really need. Yeah, to be quite honest, and then I started my new job. I've been working my new job over a year ago, and I've changed my train of thought. My train of thought was just to have a whole year, which I've done now, just over a year, of not buying anything. Yeah, unless I really necessarily need it. And the only thing I bought literally in that whole year was a new washing machine.
Yeah.
Because I needed it.
This year, I've got a washing machine
That's what I'm
too.
like anyway, like.
But I've managed, I can't believe how much money I've managed to save from not buying tittle tattle shit that I don't need for a whole year. I've managed to pay all my credit cards off in a year, to the fact that I'm like, wow. Do you know what I mean? The more I'm not going out buying it, the more I'm enjoying seeing the money stack up in my bank from not buying a load of tittle tattle shit.
Yeah.
And being suckered into buying, like you said, I've got like, you know, the new iPhone 16's come out, innit? I would have bought it, yeah.
I got it, but
Right,
I had my phone for 5 years.
So what was the one before that?
The 7.
Right, okay.
Right, and it weren't even that. It was my mum's phone broke,
Right.
so I wanted to give my phone to my mum.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I got the new one.
Fair enough.
Same
I mean,
with-
the
same
7
with the
to the
laptop.
16 is a massive difference.
Same with the
I
laptop.
was going
had.
up every couple of years, iPhone 12.
Yeah, that was.
iPhone 12 Max.
Yeah.
This is
I would
iPhone
never.
15.
I would never do that.
And I could have gone out, and I would have gone out 2 months ago, 3 months, and gone and got the iPhone 16.
Yeah.
Even though I've got an iPhone 15, and I
You
would
don't
have
need
gone,
it, yeah.
I don't need it. I'm looking at it going, do you know what? I'm not going to fall for that crap
Yeah.
anymore.
But
I don't need a super duper camera on a phone which is exactly the same as whatever, and it's got a different chip in it or whatever it is.
Doesn't mean
Don't
anything.
need, it
yeah.
means nothing.
Mm.
Every time when I went from the 12 to the 15, I was like, it might have a super duper camera, but don't do super duper photos. So all I need it for is the shit I've always needed it for.
I don't
I've
even
just
want a camera.
paid £1,300 for a phone, which is
It's
exactly the
ridiculous amount.
same, exactly the same as the phone really I
Yeah.
had before. So
Yeah.
what's the point?
I'm at the age where I've got the pressure of obviously my next purchase. I want it to be a property. So
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, it's like to spend any money until I've got that property.
Yeah,
Is almost like I won't buy it. I won't buy it nothing until I've got
yeah,
that. You know, till
You're
I've got
focused on that.
Yeah, I'm focused on that.
yeah.
So like like even stuff like I've got to get my car serviced. I put it off for about a month.
Mm.
You know, we shouldn't do that. But it's only because like one time in is a thing. But it's just I don't want to spend any money
Yeah.
on anything that isn't going towards like a deposit for a property.
Yeah.
You know.
Mate, those. This is what I'm saying. That's an investment, and this is it. When I buy certain things, I'm looking. See, with guitars, they're investments. You know, I mean, in 10 years' time, because they're limited editions as well. You know, people won't even realise that they're made out there. You know, they've forgotten about them. And then when you put it on the market, it's like, wow, what the fuck is that? Do you know what I mean? And this is what I justify. But buying a games console for £400-500, that is not about justification. That's like, you know what? I like playing games. You know, I enjoy that kind of shit. You know, it's a part of my escapism of life problems for an hour or whatever. I'm just focused on that, killing whatever I'm killing on online. You know, having a good time. So that's how I justify that. I justify things by its practicality. For instance, you went and bought a washing machine. I tried to repair mine 2-3 times by myself, and I basically had a problem that I couldn't repair. It couldn't be repaired. It would have had to had a new housing or whatever. It was worth just getting rid of and buying a new one. I've got a cooker that I need to change. I've been needing to change because the grill don't work for the past 5 years, and I like cheese on toast.
Yeah.
And
Gotta
that's
have
the
a grill.
only yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't done it yet because I'm thinking in the long. This is how stupid I am, and I don't even know when I'm going to get around to do it. I want to rebuild the kitchen and knock out an extension, whatever have you. So I'm thinking, well, if I buy a cooker now, and by the
You're
time
gonna have to buy it again. Yeah.
do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I might just buy one because I can't see me doing that for the next few years. You know, so at least I've got my cheese on toast on the grill. You know what I'm saying? And like I like cooking on the grill. You know, so that will probably be my next.
So you're planning it out at least, you know,
Oh,
instead of just like random, like what you were saying, what you were doing, where just buying everything.
no, I couldn't. I mean, like before. Do you remember when you used to go and buy phones, right? you get the phone for free.
Yeah.
You know, and you can negotiate a contract.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
now none of that.
No, because the phones are 1,300 quid. They're
Yeah.
a lot of money.
They're a joke.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, you go and buy the phone for £1,300, but then I go and do the calculation. Is it cheaper to?
Cost like 150, 200 pounds to build it. It's all just
Yeah,
profit.
and some,
All just
and a little bit less, I reckon.
Yeah,
It's peanuts,
yeah.
You know,
To build it,
Yeah.
to make it.
yeah. You
But
know,
it's the research and development, and everyone's got to get paid. Everyone, that's the thing. It's like it's just
there's a lot of money go. I mean, a lot of people put a lot of work into it, but the product itself, when it's being mass produced and they're charging that much because we're suckers for the latest gizmo, and it's like you see.
that's why you buy Apple stock.
I mean, what is it now? £30-40 a share, £50 a share. When they first come, I mean, this is if we went back in time, I would do stocks and shares in Apple and Microsoft. You know, and if Tesla will, if
What if you could get in your time machine and go
Yeah,
back?
yeah.
Is that what you'd do?
I'd invest in them two
yeah.
stocks and shares.
Yeah.
And then when Tesla, if I heard that Tesla was, I'd invest in him as well.
Yeah.
Now you know what you do.
Mm.
You know, and definitely I'd Apple and stuff. But the thing is, Android technology's caught up to it easily. You know, and now it's being not only rivaled and challenged. It is being challenged for the crown of the mobile phone. And I think that is the stigma attached to it, the people that buy Apple all the time. It's the trendiest phone to buy. Everyone's got it. It's easy to use. I wouldn't know how to use an Apple phone. I've always learned being with Android because it's been a little bit more free, a bit more open source.
Yeah.
You're not restricted in what you can put on it and what you can't. It's just like a mini computer.
Yeah.
You know, open PC kind of thing. Whereas Apple is like, no, you got to have this software, or you can only get it from here. You know, I mean, there's ways to hack it, whatever, but that's not the point. You tend to find those Instagram model women always iPhones. You know, it's like, and again, I've heard women on these online things like, if you ain't got an iPhone, you're broke. I'm like, hold on a minute, the S24 Ultra costs as much or more than the fucking iPhone, you know. So what you're saying is you're going by a man's accessories. If he can afford that and this and that and a car, that's really, he must have money, you know. But there's idiot guys out there that give it all that and they live in a 1-bedroom flat
and everything's on credit. Everything's on credit.
Yeah. You know, get your place and walk to take the bus, you know. But life is, so that's the thing about advertising. It can get onto me, you know what I'm saying? But and it's like, it's a bit of a fight to stop thinking. I mean, like I said, with that guitar, I came across it accidentally. But
And bought it immediately.
well, I've got that. No, is that a Fender? Or, yeah, that's a Fender.
Yeah.
I've got better brand guitars than that Squire, but it's the color. I was just like, I love it.
That's what I was like with the Gibson.
It
I've
is-
never seen a green Gibson before in my whole
Yours is a
entire
flame
life.
top, isn't it? A Gibson flame top. It's like a Tiger.
It's like
flame.
But I'd never ever seen a green Gibson in my whole life.
Yeah.
And then I saw that and I was like, I've got to get it. And then me and Tom actually, we went to like a Guns N' Roses gig, and he was on stage playing a green Gibson, and I was like, yes, like because I'd never in my life I'd seen gold, red, every colour, and green's my favourite colour, and it's literally I'd never seen a green Gibson, and I tried to buy it because there was only 250 of them made, and I didn't get one. I didn't get one, and I was gutted, so I bought a green Fender Strat instead. I got the Fender Strat, remember, and then about 2 or 3 months later, I got an email from the guy. I just spent like about
because he kept on breaking the street.
Nearly $2,000 on the Strat, and the guy emailed me about 2 or 3 months later, and he was like, "Look, we've had like this one, I don't know what this one, whatever, I can't remember what he said. It said, I'm giving you first refusal. And I went, yeah, I want it.
Yeah.
I want it. And this one was over $2,000. And I didn't really want to spend all of that money on guitars.
Yeah,
But I was like, I've got to get it. So I ended up with both.
Yeah,
And I tried to send the strap back, but they were just like, no, it's yours now, mate.
Oh,
yeah.
But so I ended up with both. So, but I was happy, and they're both great guitars, and I'll have them forever.
Yeah.
I'll never get rid of them.
See,
I'd never seen it like. I'll have to
I
show
love
you.
my guitar. Okay, guys, let's just change it up a little, yeah. Now then, if you could trade places with a celebrity,
Like that.
who would it be and why? Please.
I wouldn't want to though. I know you say that question, but obviously.
Would you? If you would it be a man or would it be a woman? Would it doesn't have to be the same sex.
I don't know. That's a question I'd have to go away with and think about.
Uh huh.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I can't think. It's not something I've ever asked myself. Oh, I wish I could be that person as a celebrity, or wonder what it's like to be that person.
Okay.
No.
I mean, again, it's a question I fired out there,
Yeah.
and even I don't have the answer.
You haven't got.
No,
an answer.
I
There isn't
haven't-
anyone that
no,
you turn
these-
around and go, I'm
these
not
are-
to walk in your shoes.
No.
What, temporary or as a, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What are the particular things about because one celebrity what do you mean like do you want to be tall, handsome, lots of money?
Well, the choice is yours who you want to
Yeah,
pick.
anyone.
No, but-
anybody.
Have
Yeah,
the
but-
fame, you know.
Yeah, but they're all celebrities. What I'm saying is like, why would you want to be that particular? Are you talking about what their sense of humour? Like, I don't
know.
The question is.
This is the question is if you could swap with.
I'd want to be him because I want his wife.
Yeah, but I was saying what?
Like, yeah, but do you know what I mean? The question is like, what is it about the?
If you can trade places with a celebrity, who would it be and why?
Mm.
That's the complete question.
You're going to have to lead me with this one,
Yeah,
George. I'm going to have to
we'll-
think about
we'll-
this
we'll
one
have
all
to
week,
try and
'cause
remember
I'm
that next
just
week.
trying to think.
It's like saying, how rich do you want to be? How famous do you want to be? Do you know what I mean?
It
Like, you can
depends.
almost reverse engineer the question.
I mean, it depends. I mean, like if you want to go for like looks, and you want it to be a woman, because to see how much Hollywood dick you can get, But again, I suppose if you're a good-looking guy, you can get a lot of Hollywood panani, So I don't know. I think I mean, for look-wise, maybe I'd go like a Jason Momoa. Is that right, Momoa guy?
Yeah. I've just watched Aquaman 2 actually.
It's a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
still watching it now. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Romulus
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I know you said it's
Okay.
shit.
No, good
But
luck with
I'll
that.
still
I
watch
want
it.
to
I've
hear
got-
I want to hear
Yeah,
another critic's
Yeah, of
view.
course, of
Definitely
course,
on that
definitely.
film.
definitely.
Talking about films, I've watched a couple of real weird ones the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
So I've watched the new Demi Moore film, which is called Substance.
right.
Yeah, it was at the cinema 2 weeks ago. Demi Moore, bless her heart, she's nearly in her 60s now.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was a weird one. Really, basically, well, it's like a good question, right? So you're sort of like a 60-year-old woman. Yeah, you've been a personal trainer on the TV. Yeah, doing your keep fit thing. She's been doing it for a while, and they want someone new. Yeah, so
out with the old in with the new.
yeah.
Hold to that thought, Lisa. Lisa will be right back
Was
after
I right?
this break.
I was thinking.
Thank you very much.
I was thinking that's got to be time.
I was
I
keeping
was
my
thinking
eye
that's
out.
got to be time.
I was keeping my eye on that. Welcome
See
back,
that
ladies and
intuition
gentlemen.
there.
How you doing, Lisa?
Yeah,
You was
so
talking about
Substance.
substance,
the
that
film
movie.
Substance.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
So obviously she's a keep fit trainer on the TV, doing all her stuff, and the producers want a bit of new skin. She's getting on a bit, and she knows she's getting on a bit. And
She's hit the wall.
She's hit the wall big time, and she receives a letter which basically says to her, "I can give you the choice to be another version of yourself, but younger, like 20, 25.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I've seen it
But
advertised.
there's rules that you have to abide by. You can only be this other person, this younger version of yourself, for 10 days. So you live in the young version of yourself for 10 days, and not a minute past. And then 10 days, you're back to your old person again.
So it's only temporary.
Yeah, it's a temporary thing.
Ah.
And it's a real weird one, you know, because she does go into a younger version of herself. So it's you, your same mind, everything,
But
but younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you go over that 10 days, well, I don't want to spoil the film, but
yeah,
I've got to say, it's
Sounds
really,
interesting.
yeah, it's interesting, but it's freaky, but then really gory. I haven't seen a film with as much gore and blood as I saw on the end of that. That was just.
Oh, so you watched it to the end?
Yeah, people said they were walking out the cinema, and I get it. I get it. Even I was quite shocked. I was from what I saw,
Ooh.
you know, as a film. So that was the first one, and the second one, another gory film, was Terrifier 3. Have you heard of Terrifier?
I've not even heard. I've
this
seen
clowny
it
thing.
advertised, but I've not. I'm like, really? It's like
Yeah,
it's
that's
Return
at
of
the
Killer Tomatoes or
that's
something,
at the cinema as well. Oh my god! I mean, how far do they go when it comes to gory violence? I was like, my god, it's wow.
Yeah, I won't be watching
Yeah,
that movie.
it really- Yeah, I mean, some people are scared of clowns, and they
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's a scary
That
film.
sort of genre just bores me. Like it's funny, like it's laughable, isn't it? It's like
But I did like what was that one where he had to escape? Saw.
Saw, yeah.
Right.
That was the original.
They're doing.
They just
another
make me
one-
laugh. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sitting there like this is ridiculous. Like,
Oh, what, the saw traps?
Yeah,
I
but,
love
but
the
it's,
saw
yeah, but it's
traps.
that, yeah, I do like.
do you
enjoy
know?
this,
I hate
this,
like
that.
the tense. They try to build up the
Yeah.
tension, and you're just waiting. You're like, come on, hurry up!
Yeah, you know
like,
what's gonna happen.
yeah,
know-
but
do you
there's
know
no
when
like,
it's-
I hate them movies.
But
like they're-
most of the saw, do you know, I've watched them quite a lot of times, and one of the saw traps that I always find really interesting, and I don't know if you've ever seen it,
Oh, who
is
played
the
Young
one-
Demi?
is the yeah, you see it.
Who
So-
played? Yeah, who played Young Demi?
I can't remember her name, but she is very pretty.
Is it this-
One of the saw traps is the one. Have you ever seen the one where it's in a shop window, and basically the curtain comes down and you've got a shop window and you've got two blokes sitting there
No.
opposite each other, yeah, with a circular saw in front of them, yeah, with a handle, both facing each other, and hanging upside down is a girlfriend. They're both cheating, like she's cheating on them, yeah, and she's got a circular saw in the middle, and they basically have to push the saw each side, and if they don't, she comes down and gets it. So it's a bit of a, you know, well, he's cheating. She's been cheating on you like that. Yeah, that's a quite.
It's her or us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
what I mean. Those kind of ethical questions. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was. Do you know what I mean?
It's like,
You know.
you know, do
And
I?
she's up there going, "Oh, baby, but you know I love you," and then turning around, like, but you know I love you. You wouldn't do this to me, would you?
When your ass is on the
Yeah,
line.
innit? It
you
was
know
more,
what I mean?
yeah,
It's
big
like,
time.
It's like what we laugh is those people that don't believe in God, and when they're in shit street, oh God, please get me out of this hell, please, God, it's like, they get out of it, and it's like, no, I'm the God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's move this on here. Now, this is another weird question that I probably is, if you had to give up one of your senses,
Oh God.
what would it be?
Right,
And why?
right. So your senses is see,
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
smell, and it
Smell.
smell's got to be
Smell.
the
smell.
easiest one to
Well,
give up.
well, why? I mean, why?
Easiest one to give up is smell. You can live a normal life.
Yes.
100%
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
You ain't
I
gonna
mean,
miss
There's good
much.
smells you're gonna miss, like bacon frying in the morning, but then you can taste
You
it.
can taste it.
Yeah.
No,
Coffee.
can't. That's just it.
What?
Without smell.
No,
it smells
taste, taste is in your taste buds.
Yeah, I
Smell
know,
is in the
I know.
is in the hairs of your nose.
But it contributes to the taste.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Next time, I mean, like, try eating something.
Yeah.
Like holding
Yeah,
your
the
nose.
taste is going to be different, but you get used to it, and after a while you won't know any different. But I'm saying, if you lose
Yeah.
your eyesight,
Yeah.
that's a hard
no,
life.
Yeah.
You lose your ears, you're missing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
lose your taste, again you're missing a lot.
yeah. Touch.
Smell.
I couldn't live without touch because
You're a touchy guy.
Yeah.
no, well, no, but like you'd get hurt.
You're
You won't
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You-
That's what that's
touch
what
is-
that's
touch-
what your lawyer
touch
tells the
is,
judge.
touch is about pain, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
if you're whacking your arm and you don't realise and your arm's falling off and you can't feel anything, you've lost your arm.
Yeah, no, I mean, there are people that got that condition.
I know, yeah.
that can't
That's
feel.
what I'm saying. So touch is important. The only one that ain't like smell is useful.
Because there's
I
bad
ain't-
smells that I wouldn't miss.
Yeah. And smells
Feet
they
and
can
fart.
they can alert you. They can alert you to certain things,
BO.
and you know,
BO on the train, London
it's
train.
got its purpose. I'm not putting it down. I don't want to lose my sense of smell. I don't want to lose it. But if I had to go without one,
Yeah,
it'd be the smell. Wouldn't
yeah,
it?
100%.
Yeah, I mean that's the most logical
Yeah.
one because like
Yeah.
I like my sight, I like hearing,
I like
you know,
it.
and I like tasting food, and I like to touch, you know. So that is the most logical one, the smell, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it, you know. I mean, it might have some positives, you know, but that's another story.
But a harder question: if
Yeah.
you had to lose either your hearing or your eyesight, which one would it be? Now that's
that,
a really
I've
hard
thought about
question.
that because
Yeah.
being musical,
Mm.
the hearing is important, but I think
I think my hearing's gonna go anyway.
Well, I think I would want to keep my sight.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know.
you're
Yeah.
still independent to an extent with hearing loss. You
The
can
thing is, right? I don't know the rules on. If you're blind, like, do you get a free ride or not? I don't know.
free ride where?
Like in life.
Nah, man,
Like-
you see them guys with the white stick walking. Bruv, I'm not having a dog that like drag me around the place and
Because if
Get
I
me-
could be,
get
if
me
I
my
could be
spot.
blind and not have to work or whatever, then I could just sit at home do music. And that'd be my dream life. I don't care about seeing shit. If I could just do music all day and you know.
I hear that. I
See,
hear
mine
that.
would,
But
mine
if-
would be
but
my
if-
sight.
But if I got if I still got to
Yeah.
if I still got to go work every day and I can't see shit, then that ain't gonna
Well,
that ain't
you're
gonna
not
work.
gonna, you're not, you're,
That ain't
you
gonna
lose
work.
your independence.
Yeah, that ain't
That's
gonna
what
work.
it is.
So yeah, you have to choose eyesight.
Yeah.
You have to choose
I'll
eyes.
keep my eyesight.
See, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'd be completely different.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Explain why.
I would be dead within a week. I'd step into that traffic so fast without
No, I'd rather lose my eyesight than.
I run around too fast, my brain goes too quick. I'm going. I'll run into every wall.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'll crash everywhere. No driving. No driving. You can't
No,
drive.
I know, fine.
You won't be able to
that's
leave
fine.
the.
No.
You won't be able to get
No.
further than 10
Yeah,
miles.
I
10
won't be able
miles.
to see
10
the
miles will be
sea,
the
I won't
furthest
be able
you'll
to
go.
see anything.
Any movies?
Yeah,
10,
nothing.
10 miles
yeah,
will be the
no.
furthest you ever
Your
go.
grandchild.
Yeah, nothing.
Ooh.
No, all of it. Yeah,
their
but
faces.
I've got my hands and I can feel. Yeah.
People's faces.
So I've lost my sight, but I can still feel, and I can, because I've lost my sight now in life.
And
I've
here-
seen everything I need
hearing-
to see. I
hearing
pretty much know
degrades.
what everything looks like. But if I was to lose my hearing, I wouldn't want the silence. I'd see everything in the silence. Where with hearing, to me,
I suppose that can drive you crazy.
yeah,
I think you can
It would.
hallucinate sound though.
I don't care.
I think
I've just-
don't they hallucinate sound?
Don't know.
You know when you close your eyes and you start to see the colours,
Yeah.
you get that. Don't you get the
Yeah,
same thing in
the
your
old
ears?
version,
Yeah,
yeah.
you get
I
the
don't
same
know.
thing.
I don't know. All I know is losing my hearing completely. No, not being
I
able
think
to
that's a
hear.
valid point. That is a valid point.
Yeah.
Yeah, hearing. I could sit out in the garden and still hear the birds tweet, hear the traffic, hear the
It's
stuff.
it's a
I
nice
can
look.
hear the present.
But what
what's
about
going on.
work? What about work?
I wouldn't be able to work
any.
anyway, whether I lost my sight or my hearing. Probably, I wouldn't be able to work anyway.
Yeah. You can
If
still
I lost
cook.
if I lost my hearing, I would
How
probably
you
still
gonna-
be able
how
to
you gonna make a
cook,
living?
but then I'd still be able to do it, but I'd have to learn sign language throughout my kitchen. I'd still be able to do my job. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't hear all the kids all screaming at the counter and all the stuff.
You just write your instructions
Do you know
down.
what I mean? You know?
You're not.
My body language would be enough to get the message across. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, write it down.
Yeah,
This
you
means
know.
you fucking when you fucked up
Shut
for
up.
dinner.
Oh,
You know.
you know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Got the knife.
Yeah.
Because you.
You? You know what I
I didn't.
mean? You? Yeah, I don't have to say anything.
No, I couldn't.
No, but my sight is the one I'd give up. out of
You
my
know
hearing.
what? May God keep us with
Yeah.
sight and hearing and all our senses and our
Mm.
health and everything. You know what I mean? So I know it's a hypothetical question, but it's still a valid. I mean, I've thought about that a lot of times.
Yeah, so have I.
Because, like, to me, the most important senses are your sight and hearing.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. You know, because, like, you can hear everybody. You can do everything you want to do. Like, for me, it is a big toss-up because I love music. I like to create, but then I like to see things.
Sight is a big. You get a lot of input from sight. You get, you know, like you can see a lot, like you get a lot of information through sight. You know, whereas sound is like, yeah, you know, like obviously music. That's why, like, I'm surprised at my own answer that I would choose to keep sight over hearing, because music is everything. My whole life has been music.
Yeah, you can't.
I wouldn't be able to work.
Mate.
I wouldn't be able to be independent. Like, yeah, it's a really difficult. choice.
I agree. I will keep sight, but I can understand Lisa's point.
I never thought of it like that. Like the
it'll
dead
drive me-
silence. Yeah.
It'll drive
I
me
mean,
crazy.
I like a bit of silence, but yeah, the dead silence is creepy. I mean, I've said this before. Like, I was when we were skiing before. I was at the top of the mountain,
Yeah.
and I waited for everyone to ski down, and I waited for the ski lifts to finish. And the ski lifts went off. Everybody skied down, and then once the last person went down, and I realised I was up there on my own, and there's no reflection. If you're in a room, you don't realise how much you hear the reflection. But when you're on a mountain, you don't hear any. And there was it was dead silent, and it took me 1 second I was freaking out. I was
Shit.
like, yeah, like, because you could see as far as anything, you can't hear a single thing, not a single reflection. There was nobody there,
Yeah.
and that what you're talking about, that dead silence, it hit so fast. Like, I was just there, and I was terrified. I was like, right, I'm going down now. I'm going down now, because it's like it is that dead silent.
I think,
It
yeah,
is-
I mean,
I
It's-
can't do
it
silence.
really-
I'd be able to listen to music. I'd be able to listen to everyone talking. I'd be able to still come to the pod if I had lost
Oh,
my
Yeah.
you could have
Yeah.
your conversations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if I'd lost my hearing, I can't sit around this podcast.
we could do this.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'd just be sitting
That's
there.
got to
like,
be
I
worse.
can
Yeah,
see-
you'd feel alienated, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? If it was just
Yeah.
sight and not
Yeah.
hearing, you'd feel very alienated in
Yeah.
conversation.
Where sight, I'm not going to be alienated. You know
No.
what I mean? I'm still going to hear laughter,
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah,
music,
that's a really good point.
nature,
Yeah.
everything.
Go
So-
to the pub, have a chit chat.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
don't matter. I can't
know,
see
you
you,
can-
mate. I don't care if you've
Yeah.
got fat or thinner. I've got no
Yeah.
judgment because
Yeah.
I can't
Everything's
see you.
happy. Yeah,
Do you know
everything's
what I mean?
positive, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? I'll,
Yeah.
I'll tune into myself. Do you know what I mean? I know what you used to look like.
Do
You
you
know,
know what? I'm
come
switching.
in. Oh, yeah,
I'm
you've grown.
switching.
You've grown a beard. Do you
You've
know what I mean?
convinced me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
As long, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the work. It's just the work thing.
yeah. It is just the work
It's the
thing.
work.
But I'm
Independent-
taking
If
that
I,
out.
yeah,
no,
if
the
I could,
independence. That's
No,
the
but
other side.
if I could
You
live that
can't
life
drive,
where
you can't-
if my life was just meeting friends, listening to music, and just leisure,
You see,
then yeah, I could do without my eyes.
would you
Like,
would you
I could
go
be
out?
happy?
Would you go out with a blind person or a deaf person?
Yeah,
Which one?
both.
You go out with both.
Yeah.
I just don't feel it's fair to go out with a blind person.
Why?
Well, you don't know what I look like. You know
What's
what I
that
mean?
got to
No,
do
but
with
you
it?
you know?
can feel what you
Like
look
it's a
like.
person.
Yeah,
That is
but
a
are
human.
you-
That is a human being.
You know,
What you were
just-
talking about, what that has nothing to do with
You know,
anything of that human being.
If they were deaf, that's okay. I don't mind that. You know, because like
What
you
is
can
it?
still see
I
me.
don't. Why does that matter?
You know, and if I just write shit down. You know? It'll be dyslexic like.
Just
so-
write shit
I ain't learning no British Sign Language. Leave me alone. I already got my podcast to do. Get me? You know what I mean? Just
I mean,
no.
they're fixing the blindness and the hearing it these days now. Anyway,
It's all
aren't
come-
they?
yeah,
They're all
but
fixing it now
It's
anyway.
all-
aren't they?
it is. I mean, like, but it's just how technology is moving on to give people hearing, to give people sight. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm all for that kind of progression to make people's lives better quality. You know, more independent. You know, give them freedoms to do what they like to do. You know, I'm all for that. All for that. You know, so I was only just joking. You know, earlier on, I wouldn't go with that. Well, yeah, I wouldn't, man, because it's not fair on her, man. I could be like a pig. You know what I mean? But I suppose it's personality.
Yeah,
It's
it
the
don't
connection,
matter.
though,
This
isn't
is
it?
where you find the purity of a relationship.
Yeah,
She hasn't
that
got
is the
to-
pure.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Ladies
What
and
is wrong
gentlemen,
with you?
we'll be right back.
What is wrong with you?
Sorry, it's come to the...
Isn't it? The purity of a relationship. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't talk.
Yeah,
Doesn't
she
talk,
can't see what
silence.
you look like. She
No.
just goes like that around you. Yeah. Do you know what? You'll do.
You know what I
You
mean?
give me
Be-
good
be-
conversation. Ain't got shit what you look like.
Yeah, yeah.
You do.
As long as I'm feeling, it's not going out like that.
Feeling all
Yeah,
right
it's got
to
to be-
me.
yeah, hey,
George,
hey.
George, can I roll a cigarette?
Of course you can.
I did have some, but they ran
No worries, mate.
out. I thought I had some, but they'd run out.
Bought loads back when I came back from holiday.
I should do that. I never do it because I've always felt
10
weird.
pouches of that
Yeah.
of 50 grand. Yeah.
But I suppose when you look at the
Just,
price difference,
yeah.
it's massive, isn't it? Like that's
oh
the thing.
my god!
Yeah.
I paid £12 for one of those.
Yeah, I
where
should do
here
it.
they're 28 quid.
Yeah,
So
my mate always does it. And I always stand there and watch him do it, and I'm like, I should do it really,
it was
because
on
I
the
know
plane,
I'm going to get drunk
it was
and
on
buy
the
them.
plane on
But
the way home. I just went, do you know what? I said, give me 10 pouches of that. That will last me a few months. It will save me £28 every week or whatever. That's what I mean. I've been really good with my money budgeting. I've
it's
smashed
like
it.
close
this
to
year.
20 quid now for a box of
Yeah.
cigarettes. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like,
I can't believe that, man.
Yeah.
George, you've got no filters.
You wait till he does
Yeah,
his.
the-
What's he's
the-
doing? His thing in October.
What?
You know when he brings his suitcase out and does his budget.
Case and budget. What have I missed? What?
By their government when they do the the
sorry.
new budget on the 30th of October, and they turn around and say that everything's going up. This is going to go up. That's going to go up. And
I was trying to look at the tax bracket earlier, and I kept getting different answers.
What do you mean?
Like the tax bracket thing.
What
over
tax
how
bracket?
much
Like
before
what?
they
Some
start taking
some
it.
was saying like 37, and then some was saying like 50 or whatever.
What before you start paying a high
The
for
40.
40%?
Yeah.
Now I used to thought I used to think it was 47,000 before you
Yeah.
have to start going into
But
the
I just kept
40%
getting.
Go on
I
the
just kept-
HMRC
I just kept
site.
getting different answers.
HMRC start to tell you the bracket.
Tell you everything. It will tell you how much you're supposed to pay. It's tax dodger.
Who?
Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I suppose there's some benefits to being blind. You know what I mean?
Is that how you started?
You know, just I love you for you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't
I
give a
just
shit.
love your voice. I love your conversation.
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue what you look like.
Yeah,
but
baby, I just bought you this.
But you feel good to me. You smell good.
Yeah.
You feel good.
Still got them senses.
Yeah, exactly. What more do I want?
Yeah.
Why do I need to see you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're loyal. You're there.
Yeah.
Kind,
you know.
caring.
That shows that to me would show your partner loves you so much for what you are, isn't it? Who you
Well,
are,
you know,
not what
I mean,
you look like, nothing.
I know, Lise, but for fuck's sake, who's cooking? No, I ain't fighting
Yeah, it's a blind.
Yeah, I
We'd
mean,
still be able to cook.
I set the fucking house on fire. You got me joking.
No.
No.
She does the veg prep with a knife. You'd be able
Yeah.
to, I can do a knife without looking. I
Yeah.
can chop everything up.
Look like
I'd be able
carrots
to-
and you got
I
a
could
little-
be able to peel
little finger in
potatoes. Peel
Nah.
potatoes, yeah.
You're
do
not
that.
doing it right, though, are you?
Yeah.
I mean,
do you
it's
know what I
going
mean?
to be like bad peeling.
No, I honestly, I reckon I'd be able to do it with my eyes shut. I've done it so long.
You know what?
Yeah.
Test yourself next time.
Yeah.
Right? No, seriously, test
Well, luckily
yourself
she's
next
got her
time.
eyes.
No, close your eyes and
Yeah.
peel a potato.
Yeah.
And then once you think you've finished peeling it, pull back and see how much you've missed.
No, because you can feel it. You can
Well,
feel what the difference
test
is.
yourself.
Yeah,
Well, that's
I
what
will.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
test,
well,
test yourself. Me, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably cut the fuck out of my hands. You know? I'm just, oh, God, shit. I'll be in tears while I'm peeling this one down. Okay. If you could learn instantly, one new skill, what would it be? One new skill.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Because there's so many things I'd like to learn how
Oh,
to do.
same here. So, like a bit like the Matrix, you know, where he puts
Yeah,
that,
yeah, plugs it in.
plugs it in,
Yeah,
and all of a sudden
download.
he's tries
Yeah.
like Kung Fu Master or whatever, anything.
Yeah, anything. One new skill.
Right,
What would it be and why?
piano.
No, you can't choose that.
Why?
Because anyone can learn piano. You've got to choose something like languages or something. Like to
No,
learn
no,
any
no,
language.
No,
this
seriously.
is a
One
democracy,
new
mate.
skill
No, but-
instantly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
instantly.
can
Yeah,
learn
but-
the piano, but to be really good and to like
To be like a Chopin.
yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
it. You know, a pianist. Yeah,
Don't
What, and then
look
be a
at
famous
keyboard.
pianist, like.
yeah. It's just there.
Like
Input,
Liberace.
like done. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Liberace was the gayest pianist.
But then, what if that skill that you learn instantly then was completely unrecognised?
Ollie, on the
So
mic,
you
on
wasted-
the mic, mate.
What do you mean unrecognised?
Say
Well,
again,
you're
no,
not-
start
you're-
again, start again.
you're- alright,
I'm not
so-
learning it for someone else. I'm learning it for me. So I
Right.
have the piano and I can play the piano
And
myself.
that's it.
I
So
wouldn't-
not you wouldn't do it to like gain
No.
like notoriety or
No.
so
no.
you just learn piano instantly
Yeah,
just to play on your own.
just to be able to, yeah, as a life skill. Well, I go, yeah.
Why don't just push it a little forward and say, learn how to play, I can play any
Any instrument,
Any-
yeah,
well,
yeah,
even
that's
better.
better. That's better.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's the
Yeah.
answer.
Any
That's-
instrument.
that's
you,
the
Yeah,
answer.
oh god, yeah. You
That's
pick
the
up
answer.
any
There we go.
instrument and
'Cause,
you are
yeah.
just like, you know what I mean? You pick
Yeah.
up a, I don't know.
Mine was like any
a
language.
Guitar.
any
Any
language.
language, like, but if I'd have said, oh, just to learn French,
Oh,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what. But
yeah.
yeah, to learn
To
any
speak
instrument,
every
to
language.
speak every language instantly,
Yeah.
boom,
You know, you
like,
get them people like my cousin. She can speak
Spectacular,
like 7,
yeah.
8 languages.
that's gonna benefit you in untold ways, you know.
Oh god, yeah, massively. Like,
See,
yeah.
I was originally going down that route because that one there was gonna to learn how to read music and play an instrument.
Yeah,
You know,
and you'd
but-
be like a virtuoso, and then you'd get notoriety. But then, what if you got that and then didn't get any like acknowledgement for it? You'd be like, oh, what a waste of a talent.
See, what other ta-
yeah,
I mean, that-
I know.
Whereas
No.
if you could speak any language, it's like you can go anywhere every day, speak to everyone. You know, you can speak their language.
Yeah, that's
express
right.
it, like it's going to be beneficial.
we all have our reasons for learning what that one.
What's your one, John?
I
Probably like that.
Yeah, Bob.
learn how to be the ultimate master at anything regarding computer and software. You know, like know how to hack everything. I can basically.
You'd rule the world.
Yeah, I would just learn. That's why I'd like to. I can. A new software comes out. I'm teaching the actual people that made the developers that made it how it should be. That's how I'm involved in that. Mentally elevated to that level of supremacy of computer know-how. You know,
Yeah.
that is the one skill I would learn instantly. You know, if someone said there's a problem, I'll just do that. It's done. You know what I mean? What's the problem? This, that. You know, there's no second guessing. That's it. I know exactly what it is. You know, I mean, the other thing is not to have dyslexia and be able to read properly. That would be a good one. but I mean the computer thing, because I thought about it, and I've always said music. It's got to be something to do with music. You know, learning how to play every single instrument like I'm a maestro. You know,
Yeah, it's a good one.
that one there. But then when you took it, I was like, back up. And I'm like, well, you know what? Why? Because the world is so computer orientated, like ones and
Yeah.
zeros. And
My learning every language included computer language as well.
okay, what was that? Something C+, isn't it? Yeah. But I mean, that's that. I think.
C++,
Yeah, that's
and
it.
Java,
Yeah, Java and
all the rest of them.
and what.
Python.
But again, because I don't actually have that skill, I can't really tell you much more yet. You know,
Good question.
guys, what if you can go back to any historical event, what would it be?
I'm thinking.
What are you thinking, Ollie? Where would you go?
Any historical
A few.
historical event.
A few, like,
In the mic.
no, I'm still thinking. I'm still
Okay,
coming up with
alright.
the one. I've got a few, but I'm coming up with. I'm trying to think of the one.
Okay.
Because a lot of the ones I thought of are a bit far fetched, and they'd be good for a minute, but then you'd have to leave. So you were talking about going and staying. Like you go there and that's it. That's your life.
No, just to witness it. You
Yeah,
go
that's
there,
it.
you see it,
Go
and
and witness it.
you
Yeah.
and you come back to your time when you're done. Jeez,
Can
sorry
it, no,
guys, radio
it has
silence.
to be in
Sorry,
history.
yeah.
Can it be in the future?
Well, if it's in history.
Yeah, I'm just
Do you know what I
thinking.
mean?
All
No,
I can
we've
think
said
of
that.
is
Okay,
wars
That's the
and
time.
Okay.
But
Sure.
that was going back and forth in time. We spoke that last time, but this is a historical event.
I'd love to see what the dinosaurs really look like.
yeah, that's
Okay,
it. Yeah.
okay,
I'd
prehistoric
love
times.
to. I'd love to see. I would love to see the moment.
But that's not a historical
I'd love
event.
to see. I'd love to see the first human, like the one human that was human amongst apes, or whatever they were. You know, it would have been some kind of mutant. There would have been one person that was like his brain had developed, other than
Sorry,
then-
I had to stop you there because
it would have happened over a period of time.
it's
I
a
know.
historical event.
Yeah, but it is an event.
No, it's not.
It is an event to
It's not in the
me.
history books. So something
History
that is
books,
in
man.
the history book, a historical event, is the question.
Death of Caesar.
You would like to be, what the fuck would you, why? Why would you like, why?
Like for, what's the word? Like, what's that word?
Confirmation?
No, not confirmation. No,
Yeah,
nostalgia.
there is
Nostalgia.
yeah.
The nostalgia. What else?
Any historical events, Lise?
I suppose I don't know. There's nothing that really springs to mind where I'd really like to be there right at that time.
On the moon.
I
moon
would have
landing.
liked to have, I know it sounds a bit weird, but I would like to have experienced what World War II would have been like.
Oh, the
Like,
build up. The build up
for
to
like
World
me.
War One.
Like for me granddad and my you know, when all the bombs were blowing in London, that kind of film, just to get the whole atmosphere and
Yeah.
understand how it all sort
It
of
must have been terrifying.
yeah,
That-
terrifying.
Why would you want
I would want the
No,
same.
but-
I would want the same, but pre World War One.
Right.
I'd like to the build up
Yeah.
before, like where before the war started, the First World War. You know, but the atmosphere and like what you were saying, like the build up, like what were people, you know, before the First World War happened, like you know, like how everything was, and then after everything, all the world had to turn into a wartime economy. You know, like, but there would have been I would like to have seen the pre, you know, like, and maybe like the crossover or something like that. The different, I would like the comparison, is what I'm saying.
I have no idea. I mean, I've thought about going back to when Moses parted the sea. I'd like to have
That's not in
witnessed
the
that.
history book.
Yeah,
It's
see,
not
this
in the
is it.
history.
I was
It's
looking,
in the biblical books.
Yeah,
but
I
mean,
was looking at the stories of the Bible, obviously
Yeah.
thinking when you prompt that question out, you know, the first thing that was going
I'd
through
like
my head.
I'd like to be
It's
there
like
at the
birth of Jesus
No,
Christ.
not the birth. Not the
Yeah.
birth. The
The
conception.
The
The
crucifixion.
conception. No, the conception.
the miracle
Oh,
The
conception.
miracle conception.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's,
really?
there's one
Oh,
for you.
darling, babe, you're pregnant. What the
Turns out
fuck?
I'm Jesus' dad because
Yeah.
I was.
You know, oh yes, it's a miracle. No one touched me. Huh? What? You sure? Oh, okay then. Poor old Joseph. My pig. No, God, he'll strike me down and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Be good. Be good.
Yeah, man.
Be good.
You know,
We apologise. We're
See, yeah, there's-
only humans.
so
It's
that,
our
like-
human mind.
Like George, there's loads
forgive
of
us.
biblical things I'd like to go back to. Definitely. I mean, I could reel them off. Do you know what I mean? To go back to all
the Great Flood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all of them. Noah's Ark. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
All of that. There's lots of them, but I was coming away
No,
from
no, you're right.
the biblical side
And,
of it.
you're
and-
right.
and let's not forget.
I shouldn't have
let's-
gone the biblical route.
Let's not forget, guys, that we are living in the time of pre like technological revolution. So right now is one for the history books as well. Maybe not this
I think you
moment,
need
but
to see an event. I mean,
No,
like, for instance,
like,
I mean,
that's
that-
why I
the
said. That's what I
1947
said about the future, because I was talking about the singularity. I was like,
right, what I'm saying, but like,
If
all
it happens.
one of the
technology
his-
might have a limit. We don't.
I mean, because I like conspiracies and I like all that, it would have to be something like 1947, the Roswell UFO crash in Roswell, New
right?
Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, with Jesse Marcel, I think he was a captain then. So I would have liked to have seen all that. I would have liked to have been there to see the crash. You know, because there was apparently 2 that actually crashed. So that would have been, because I have an interest in, is it real? You know,
Yeah.
would governments lie, hide, cover up and shit? Yeah, they do. You know, so but I've got it like firsthand. I've seen it with my own eyes. You know, or some kind of no. That's it. 1947, Roswell, New Mexico. That's where I'd like to go. But what if your life was a movie? What gender would it be?
What gender would what be?
I said, if your life was a movie, what gender?
Life is a movie.
What the hell? What does that? What this question? That just don't make
You've
sense.
got half a fault there.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd still want to be a man.
yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. If you could swap
Life is a movie.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not well paid though, like, as the movie, you know, the fake ones.
You get paid when you're dead.
Yeah, well, I don't know. There's a lot
Well,
of death,
fortune dead.
you know. Yeah, no, you can't spend it. If you could swap your pet for a day, if you could swap with your pet for a day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What would be the first thing you would do?
Right. Well, so I've got a cat That's my pet. So I'd swap with my cat for the day.
Yeah. What would be the first thing? I mean, because like cats, I love cats, and their attitude is like, I'm going for a walk.
Yeah, I'm going checking out.
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
No, do you know what I'd do? If I was to swap with my cat for the day, I would, and no one knows that I'm now the inside of the cat.
Yeah.
I'm the thought of the cat.
Yeah.
I'd stroll in the
Touch
back
a lady
door.
cat.
Yeah, I'd stroll in the back door when I've got all
They're
my
gonna puke.
all my load in there, all my boys in there and that, and then I'd go into the toilet and I'd sit on the toilet like I'd do. You know, like you
Oh,
see the
yeah,
cat
yeah.
sitting on the toilet.
Go
So
to
they'd
toilet.
all come in and go, oh my god, then they'd go like
Flush
that,
the
and
toilet,
flush the
yeah.
tray, and go out just to
Turn
see.
the tap on, wash your
yeah,
hands.
you
and all
imagine
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, jump
Dry
up,
on the
yeah,
towel.
you imagine it, just to see their faces.
That's a brilliant.
Walk on 2 feet. That would be funny. That just like, what the fuck? We didn't know we had a smart ass cat.
Yeah, yeah. When they put my cat food down, I just turn up and look at them and go,
Yeah. Where's the
yeah,
steak?
point to their steak, like I'm open the
You rat.
fridge.
Oh shit, we're coming to the end of this one. I couldn't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
Just walk into the middle of the living room and just drop
Yeah.
on there and then just stare at them and go, go on, pick it up.
No, get the TV control and turn the telly over.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Oh Lord. So so I mean, I don't have a
4
pet.
people watching, George.
4 people. Hey guys, how
we,
you
just,
doing?
we just lost one.
Please smash a like and share it if you can. Lovely to meet you all. If you've got any questions, please tune in next week. We're going to have a spiritualist. Yes. It's going to be Halloween and we're going to get a spiritualist on who's going to tell things that's going to fucking freak me out. Jesus Christ, leaves. Yeah, I don't have a pet.
But if you did have a pet,
What pet would it be? I mean, I've always had cats.
yeah.
You
Okay,
know,
then.
but
So you're a cat, so what you doing?
well, I'm just gonna
Just do what cats do, just lays around and just chill out and go
yeah, and lick me nuts all day. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Oh, not bad. Shame I can't do it when I'm human. But no, I mean a cat. I would. Well, I've got to play it like I'm in Hackney, you know, because I want to walk around, but I don't know who the boss is. You know what I'm saying? Who's like the main tomcat around here? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I want to walk around and see what my cat gets up to. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've got to stand at a few neighbours' houses. You know,
so you
earwig.
feed you.
Yeah, well, yeah, but they're
Who
gonna
keeps
feed
you
you
up the
crap.
butt?
Yeah, I'll show me nuts.
Yeah.
I forgot me nuts still. But yeah, I mean, I just live a cat's life. It's just cats. You look at it; they don't give a shit
They
about
are
anything.
so lucky,
Oh
aren't they?
man,
They
they're
really
like,
are.
fuck this, man. It's kind of cold. I'm hungry. Where should
Yeah,
I get?
that's it.
I know Mrs. Jenkins, a number 27. She fucking puts a nice meal out for me. Do you know what I mean? Or they're looking for peace and quiet. A lot of cats are just like chill.
Yeah.
Because there was a story once. This couple, young couple, had a few kids. Had one kid at the time. They had a cat, and then they had a baby, and people were coming round to, you know, congratulate them and and then they had another baby or whatever, and it was getting this cat fucked off.
Yeah.
It went, and they were like putting posters up, it's missing and all that, and I'm like, and they're like, can't find the cat. Anyway, once they put the photos of it around the place and stuff, describing it as well, missing cat, answers by the name of stuff. One neighbour down the road come up and she said, look, I believe this is your cat that you're looking for. It's been living with me for the past X amount of weeks. Because, and they got this kind of cat whisperer person in. Fucking cat whisperer.
Yeah.
And he's telling them, look, it's because of, or cat behaviour
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, the cats don't like noise and a lot of busyness and stuff.
Yeah.
And this one just decided to move home when it got a bit busy in the house with kids and noise and, you know, so, yeah, fucked off.
Yeah.
Which is...
I saw one video with a cat owner, and they put like a camera and a tracker and that on it, and they went out like they got in the car, drove out, went to like the shops and whatever, did their errands and whatever, come back. They checked the tracker, and the cat literally it followed them the whole way there, but it stayed like a block away all the time. But it literally, everywhere they went in the car, it had gone all the way, but like the car was like here, and it showed you the tracking of it, and the cat had gone all the way down this road. They'd gone to the shop, it'd come round the shop, gone round the back of the shop, they'd come back again, they'd drive to wherever they went to, and it followed them, but it was always a block apart. But it followed it, and then it went back to the house, and it had come back, and it had literally a block away from it, and it had gone all the way round, and it had stayed literally a block apart from them the whole time, like, and they saw it on the tracker,
Mate,
like, and they were shocked. They were like, literally the cat came with them the whole time, but they had no idea.
I
They
love
had no
that.
idea.
They're
Yeah.
just smart ass fuckers. They are. They are. You know. Tell me, what's the most favourite thing about yourself? What do you find that, you know what, I love this quality in me?
I know what that is in me.
What would that be, Liz?
When I'm a perfectionist.
Is
I work.
that's
Yeah.
your favourite quality about you? Yeah.
When I do a job, or whatever job I do, I strive to be the best person that I can be at that job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and know
Get credit for it.
Yeah.
massive credit for it, and be the top of my field, and
Yeah.
that's what I love about myself. That I've got no doubt, I don't hold any doubt that I can't do anything,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I do it, and like I've done in my job now. Yeah, I'm right up there, you know, in my field.
Yeah.
I'm being noticed. I've got photos of me and my girls every week in the flyer that they put out through the whole business.
So
I'm there, and I love that about myself. I've got that positivity that I am the best, that I am really good at that.
You know what?
That's what I love about myself.
No, that's similar to my answer, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to say. But like for me, it was like just the unique, like the way that my brain operates. That was similar like
Yeah.
thing, but like I was thinking it, but I didn't really want to say it. But for like personally, the uniqueness thing quality that like the way that my brain operates is, I know it's different, but it is one of my favourite things. Like it's probably one of the best things about me is the way that my brain operates and how I perceive things, how I operate in the world.
Horrific ways.
No,
you scare me
why?
sometimes.
Why? It's not. She said it. It's the same thing,
Yeah.
really. But you said it in a much better way. Like, but yeah, it was pretty much the same answer. I was
Yeah.
thinking, but you said it in a much better way. But yeah, it's just the way that my brain operates, the way that I think is probably the best quality about me in terms of the way I see things, the way I interpret things, the way I understand things, the way I even the way I am with people. Even though I'm not the best at communication with people, I love the way how I interpret. Like I can tell straight away, like when someone is lying or when they're saying, like I can understand, I can put myself in their shoes and I can interpret why are they saying that, my brain does a lot of like calculations in that way. So I think for me, like the best thing that I like about it is probably the way that my brain operates.
Yeah. No, that's mate. That's oops.
And now it's gone.
Yeah, you go, mate. And there you go.
My intuition, and yeah. It's not sinister, alright? I'm a very disciplined person.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Sometimes the way you scare me.
I think people interpret it in a very intimidating way. It's not meant to be like that. I think they are intimidated by it, but it's not.
No, listen,
it's
people got to know people, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, maybe you may be coming across to the... because it doesn't matter about size and intimidation. You know, it's mental intellect or the way the brain operates that could bring over intimidation.
Yeah.
You know, but for me, I think what I think I have a good quality is
Your
making
laugh.
people. Well, that's I suppose, but it's like I'm good at making people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm good at making just ease and that I can make people open up to me without trying.
Yeah.
I think I'm a good listener. that kind of thing. I mean, communication, human communication, I suppose.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely. Yeah.
you can talk to me, and I will be open with you, direct, and so on. You know, and that's why I think it's important. I mean, listen, all the qualities that you've come out with, and I'm sure if Martin was here, Rob, Tom, you know, even Susie. I wonder how Susie is. I ain't seen her anymore. And all these guys, they will come out with different qualities, but all these qualities shine, you know. So it's a good thing when you can look at yourself and recognize what you're good at, you know, or I mean, because like
it's not being big-headed
No,
or anything.
no.
It's just having that whole confidence in one certain quality of yourself
exactly,
that you are,
I'm good at.
you're good at.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like, and for me, interpersonal skills, I think I've got good interpersonal skills, and that's my take. But again, when we say these things, it's really down to others to judge us, to tell us what our qualities are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you said, it's not bigging up yourself or whatever. It's just that you recognise what you're good at, and it's better if it comes from a third party
100%.
because it makes you're recognised.
It confirms
Yeah,
what you know
You
about
can't- You
yourself.
can't tell people you're amazing. They've
No.
got to tell you.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
found with my job that I do now. I knew I had this quality, I knew I could do it, and I knew I can be the best. And I even tell my ops manager now, I say to him, when you interviewed me a year ago, I told you in that first interview that I will be one of the best chefs you have got, yeah, and I will run this school so well, and you're going to just see me go from strength to strength. And he said, yeah, proof is in the pudding. He
Where's
said,
the pay rise?
you've done it. I've got it.
No, again.
Get another one, yeah. I'll
Well,
get one
you
next
know.
year. But I've got my pay rise.
Yeah.
I've done it a year and I've proved it. And you know, and it's just, that's it. I've won awards and everything. It's just, so I'm getting that credit back for it.
Yeah.
Something that I knew I was good at.
No,
I'm
congratulations.
being told that I'm good at.
Congratulations.
It's good.
You know?
It's good. That's why I love my job.
No, and this is it. It's not a job if you love it.
And my girls that work with me, my team, they tell me I'm good. They just say, you are the best manager. You're so easy to talk to. You're just everything. It's just nice to have that
Yeah.
quality.
No,
Do
it
you
is.
know what I mean?
To
I'm
be
a good
recognised is
manager.
most important.
Yeah.
You know, to be recognised, whatever you do in life is most important. Not just at work, at home as well. When people say, man, you know what, Lise, they're boys, you've raised them right. That's
Yeah.
acknowledgement of you doing something good.
Well,
Do you know
even
what
another quality, my boys, like I said, one's 24, one's 21. I've had them sit down with me and serious conversation saying, Mum, you have done so well raising us. We are so proud of who we are because of what you've done and how you've done it with us and how you've brought us up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that to
That's
me
beautiful, isn't it?
is
Oh, that made me cry.
that is incredible.
No.
To get that from your two sons to turn around and say, do you know what? You've done a really good job, Mum. And you're still doing a really good job. You're
Yeah.
always there, always you're on the button every time. You know what I mean? And that's for a parent, that is the best thing you can ever hear. Do you know what I mean?
Look, for your own child to turn around and recognise
Mm.
what kind of job you're doing as a parent.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's,
They say it's a thankless job, innit? But when you
Yeah.
get the thanks, then
it's everything.
They
You
know
know.
they're there. They are them because of me and what I've done and how I've done
Raised them.
raised them and done the things throughout their life.
And they look like the two good, young, decent
Yeah.
chaps.
Mm.
And God bless them. May they continue living the life that they're
And they're living
enjoying.
they're living the best life, Smiley, that they've ever lived. They're going for it. They're seeing the world. They're both in great jobs. They're doing everything they've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Apart from
And,
turn up on this podcast.
yeah, which I one day I'll get them. I will. I'll get them.
Oh man. Oh. If you could have a do-over on any life decision, what would you change? Now, I think we should hold on to that because we're coming to the end of this one. Have a little think.
I know my answer straight away.
Okay. Well, what general? Well,
Oh,
you want to
well,
go first? So
I can
because we've
tell
got
you.
about a minute left.
Yeah, well, I can
But
tell
I
you
don't know if I
easily.
can.
Go on, start it.
Easily is
Go on.
Yeah,
obviously
start.
at a young age, like obviously doing music,
Yeah.
I don't think doing a music degree is a
Oh,
good choice. No,
that's a
because
nice one.
anything that you can learn, you don't need to learn how to be a musician.
Mm.
You just be a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Going to university to study to be a musician makes absolutely no sense. I wish I did computer science or engineering or science, physics or anything like that. Business. Go to the university to do that. Business, computer science, physics, engineering. Those are worth degrees getting them because you can learn stuff that you won't learn.
Yeah.
But to be a musician, you do not want to. It is the worst thing for any musician to do, is to spend 3 years trying to learn how to be a musician in a university.
Yeah.
It is pointless, completely pointless, because you can learn way much more by just going out and being a musician.
Yeah.
You don't need a university degree to go on, so for me it was like, why I did it because all I wanted to do was be a musician, be a sound engineer, be around music, so I chose to do that. But nobody sat me down and said, look, you're in a jungle, you got enemies behind you, you got enemies to the left, you got gorillas on the right, and you got a cliff in front of you. You find out how you're going to get out of the jungle before you want to sit down and play guitar. Nobody ever said that. So if someone said that, then I'd say, all right, okay, well, I'm going to do a computer science degree. Then I can get out of the jungle, and then if I still want to be a musician, then I can do that as well.
Ollie, that's a good shout. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the end of this. I can't believe why this is going so quick. We'll be right back after this break. Oh, Lise. Yeah. What Ollie was saying, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I see the logic in that. But if you want to go, I mean, yeah, going to university, you learn to study music, but you're studying theories and all that and the other that you don't. I mean, he could probably tell us more when he gets back, but for me, I'm an orthodox musician. I can't read a note. I don't know many. I mean, I know certain chords, but I couldn't tell you the names of that chord. Ollie would tell you, oh, that's a minor fifth, seventh in major G. This sound I want to hear. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of some of the best musicians throughout history can't read a note.
No.
So yeah, I can see that's a waste of.
Question back at you. What would yours?
What would I do?
What would you change?
Well, it's either one or two things I would change. Either the relationships I had, or it will be taking notice of certain education in school. Like I would have probably picked like going into science class and learning more about basics of science, 101 basically. The other thing is my dad always wanted me to play football, and because he was a nut job on it, I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
It took time away from, as a kid, it's like rah in your head all the time with football. It's like then you get them people that try and make their kids to be a model or an actor or whatever have you, and like to live their life through them kind of thing. But that it's a difficult one because there's 3 aspects that I would change. There's girls that I've like, I should never let her go. There's the education side of thing is like, because I do like science. As you got older, when you're young, you're like, So I would have liked to have paid attention to that, a better education in school, and then knowing what I know now, it would be a case of taking that to a further, more like a financial aspect, to learn finances or computer and sciences, that kind of field. I would have paid. So in essence, I would have changed my attitude towards school and actually learned something, try. But the school, trust me though, this is the thing. I say that, but the school I went to was shit. No one gave a fuck. It's
babysitting for the working class. That's what it is.
It's like bollocks.
Yeah, there's no education happening in any school like that.
Well, there wasn't. It was an all-boys school, a lot of testosterone flying about, a lot of aggression, a lot of violence. You're basically lucky you had your lunch money and didn't get your ass kicked by the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you're ducking and diving that. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I would have changed, my education of some sort. Yeah, education and relationships. That's why I would. You know, what about you, Liz?
I think the only thing, if I could go back and change anything, being who I am now and what I know, I think the only thing I would have done is I would, if I could have had more kids. Really?
What, you would have wanted more children?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Knowing how precious my kids are, my boys are to me now,
yeah, that's.
I would have loved to have a good 4 or 5 of them. Do you know what I mean? And have more kids, because I enjoy my life looking at how they get on and what they're doing. They bring me everything to my life. Their life, I live for them now. You know, I feel like, I know I'm not that old, but
No, you're
you
not.
know, I'm quite sort of settled back in my life, and I'm very comfortable, and I just think to myself, yeah, you know, I'm just watching them just, you know, grow into, you know, great men.
Develop
you know,
into something.
yeah, and
You're a real one.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I really would have liked to have more kids, just to watch that and expand that, you know, experience that I'm going through now, and I know I'll go through until I die. Do you know what I mean? Because that, to
But
me,
you
is
like-
my
you-
most important thing for me.
You kind of have that, God willing, when you become a grandma.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So,
not, yeah.
But you're not in their ears giving it. When are you going to give me a grandchild?
Yeah,
When are you
no,
gonna give
no,
me-
no,
none of that.
no. Do you know what? I mean, I'm glad that they're living their lives and they're in. You
But
know,
you better
they're
give
in
me a
their
grandchild
20s.
quick.
I don't want no grandchildren quick. To be quite honest, the longer I wait, as long as they're settled and they're happy, do you know what I mean? I'll wait till they're in their 30s. Do you know what I mean? And they've, you know, partied out and done all their shit that they've done in their 20s, and they're, you know, they got to that age where they. I mean, Ollie at the moment, you know, bless his heart, he's he told me, what was it, a couple of weeks ago, you know, he gets money and he's stashing it away, and I was like, and he just turned out, I'm stashing away to save for my house, Mum. That's it, that's deposit for my house.
Do
Do
you
you know what I mean? He's 21 years old,
It's
and
good.
he's got this like thing that all my money now is being stashed away for a deposit of a house. And I can see that the two of them are going to end up in really nice houses with
Good.
nice wives. Do you know what I mean? It's going to happen because of how they're progressing now
See the thing.
and who they are now.
Well, that's just
you
it.
know?
As people, you emit auras. Do you know what I mean? To attract certain people. This is why I've been unlucky. I must have a shit aura, you know. And the attraction. You have like, you attract the right. It's like a jigsaw piece. You know, you're a certain shape, and you're attracting the shape that fits perfectly into you. That's what we're all looking for, you know. And life is shit at times, you know, and it never works. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to. Sometimes it does. And your boys seem to be nice, pleasant, reserved, good character gentlemen, young gentlemen. And if they stay on that path, they will attract what they deserve. Do you know what I'm saying? But even though, how many times do you hear that saying, good guys end up last? You know, you know, it always happens, no good deed goes unpunished. Like, you know what I'm saying? So life is good, but I mean, yeah, so you want more children,
Yeah.
in essence.
Yeah, in essence,
I would have loved, I
Yeah.
love kids. I wanted to be surrounded, 6, 7 kids.
Yeah,
You know
me
what
too.
I mean?
Big family.
That's
I
what I
loved
would,
it.
yeah.
Big family.
Oh man, you know, like my uncle, my cousins, one family is like 5 daughters, 2 sons.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I would have loved that. But that is if you could go back and undo it. But there's so many things if you think about. Because you were young and you made your mistakes and you were influenced and guided incorrectly or bad advice, or, you know, or now you're older and wiser and you know what to do with that, this knowledge that you've got now. So if you went back in time to change something, to do a do-over, you know you're going to, I mean, they must have done a film like that. They must have done a movie like that. You know, if you go back to change certain things in the past. But with fucking around with the timeline, would things be the same today? How would you be living? Would you be happy? Would you be healthy? You know, because for me, I say to myself, if I was a rich man, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's a butterfly effect, isn't it? Basically, if you go back and you change that time, you don't know where you're going to be. If you've ever seen the
Yeah.
film The Butterfly Effect,
And don't
yeah,
forget,
yeah.
don't forget, you did the best that you could at that time, knowing what you knew. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Well,
Otherwise, like if you,
Yeah,
we all say,
yeah.
"Oh, we're trying to do our best" or whatever. So you have to have that confidence and faith. Like I did it the way that I was gonna do it. You know, like it might not have been the best way, or looking back at it now, I could have done it this way. But at the time, you know that you tried your hardest. Like
well, see, as a kid, right?
you might have messed up or whatever, but
well,
you did your best. You know, like
yeah, you tried, but with what guidance you got, you know, if it was good. But and let me just go back to this point. As a child, right, as a kid, if you're getting bullied, you got enough stress on your plate. You're not thinking. You're worried about getting your ass kicked as soon as the class is over, or getting beat up on the way home, and you're constantly ducking and diving. It's not like, you know, you see them kids on American TV, you know, the geeks, the dorks, or whatever they are, you know, well into their education, but they're always getting their ass kicked and bullied at school, and their lunch money taken off. In reality, that ain't real. I mean, the bullying, the taking of the lunch money, you're going to be mentally affected. It affects you mentally, and it's a part of what I've said before, ACEs, you know, adverse childhood experiences. You know, you have these things that affect you further down the line. I mean, like at school, if you know you're getting up to go to school, get bullied, you don't want to go to school. You're missing school.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to duck it as much as possible, and then when you do go to school, you're ducking the bullies all day, so you can't really focus. This is another thing. I mean, like, if you revert yourself back to your childhood, and if you're ever in that kind of position, or there's other children out there, you think about it, that the reason why they didn't get a good education is because they had a lot of other stressful shit on their mind. You know, like surviving the day. Do you know what I'm saying? And not getting bullied, or not getting. If that didn't happen, that was a good day. You know, and it's a shame when you think about it, and you go deep and deep into it regarding children, and especially back in those days, back in the 70s and 80s, you know, 60s I suppose, but I wasn't there then. But nowadays, oh, you can't do this, and it's offensive to say that, and the teacher will throw you out for looking the wrong way, you know what I mean, kind of thing, or whatever it be. You know, I mean, even though there are playground politics now, still, like there was back in our days, I think it's a little bit easier. I mean, like I said, I've walked up to a teacher, blood pissing out of my face, you know, and they're just like, get on with it. What?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is where when we said earlier on, going back and changing something, it would be like my school education, that kind of thing. I had a shit time there. You know, just anyway, moving on, guys. What do you guys perceive as a midlife crisis? What do you think a midlife crisis is? For a woman, what is a midlife crisis? Do women have a midlife? Is there such a thing?
I told you, I went through one.
That's the menopause.
No.
I've got something to tell you.
Yeah.
Today.
hold on, I want to hear the answer.
Yeah, we'll come back to that
Okay.
before I forget, because today is International, would you believe it or not,
Food day, isn't it?
Menopause Day.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that was yesterday. Food day.
Well, I'm post-menopausal,
Yeah.
so I'm over it,
But
apparently.
does there really need to be a day for that?
Uh,
Oh, no, I'm asking. I mean, you're a lady,
Don't know,
you know.
Really? I suppose it's a thing that needs to be recognised. I mean, women go through a lot of shit when they're like going, the time,
I mean,
time of the month, and then when you get rid of that, you're still going through a load of shit because your body's trying to adjust to not having any estrogen in your body, and then you go through a load of more shit. So
well, yeah,
it's not good. I've got to
I've
say.
said to you before, you shouldn't have eaten the apple.
Yeah, that's it. It wasn't me. It's the snake that told me
It was
to
the
do it.
bastard.
The
You
snake
know,
told me to
but-
have a bite.
But no, that International Menopause Day. Ollie, as a man, how would you feel if there was an International Men's Impotence Day? You're like, what? We're supposed to celebrate that.
Well, I'll tell you something. Something came out on my I was going through my emails today at work, and they want us to celebrate on the 29th. Something I've never heard of it before. It's called Movember, starting with an M. And
That's the moustache.
yeah,
Yeah.
the moustache.
They've done that for years.
Yeah,
now, haven't they?
I've never heard of it. So
Yeah,
It's
basically,
been about,
It's an
it's been about. It's like
to
prostate
do,
cancer.
yeah,
isn't it?
men's
Prostate,
mental health.
Yeah, prostate cancer.
All about men, basically.
Yeah, you grow a
And
moustache.
I was saying to the girls, right, come and have a read of this email. I said, they all want us to grow a moustache. I said, I'm not going to start taking testosterone. It said, anyone with the best moustache or something in their team on the day. And I thought to myself, what the hell? I'm like, you know what I mean?
Draw it on.
So they want us all to wear fake moustaches for Movember.
No, draw it. It'll be better.
Draw it.
Yeah.
No, I was going to get one of those really, one of them ones that real proper curl round,
Fucking hate them.
Yeah, like one of them,
Yeah,
you get
Charlie
one
Chop
where,
Chops,
chop, chop,
Tom
yeah.
had one, didn't he? Tom had
Chops
one.
away.
Chucks away.
No,
Yeah, so
I
I
hate
suppose
moustaches.
that's your month, isn't it? We get a menopause day and you get a sort of a Movember month.
no,
you know?
women get a lot of days.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
days. I'm
yeah.
like, this is the first time I've ever done that.
I really want to hear about your.
Oh,
Yes,
what,
sorry, back to that.
woman's
Crisis.
midlife crisis. I
Yes.
don't know. Well, I suppose, I think men and women do go through it. I think the reason behind it all,
I'm so sorry, you're going to hate me.
it comes to the end of the
Could you
film.
believe
Yeah,
it
that's
already?
it.
Could you believe it? But it's great. It was, wasn't it? So,
It was up to 4, but it's gone
Brilliant.
back down to 2 again.
people come and go. Sorry, we'll carry this on from the
Yeah.
beginning. Perfect, finished there. Okay. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Lisa, please, with your midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis.
Yeah, identify what a woman's midlife crisis
like
may
I
be.
said, I said both men and women go through it, and I think it fair's to say with both sexes, it's where you get to a stage in your life where you go through a bit of a panic. Yeah, where you think to yourself, hang on here, I'm getting a bit old here, but I've still got a young head on my old body, and I'm going to go and do things that I don't usually do for a person my age, and you do have that last sort of slop at it.
Do you think that's like going clubbing, for instance?
Well, that's what happened with me. Yeah,
Right,
so
right,
I
right.
was 39 years old. 40.
39.
39, 40. Yeah, I went through it. I went through it for about 2 years. And I know I went through it because I went through a stage that, if I look at pictures of myself now, back then, I looked good. I looked bloody amazing for 39, 40. And I was going out clubbing it and having a really good time and just like having the last sort of chomp at the bit.
Last
do you know what I mean?
hurrah.
My last hurrah, do you know what I mean? Getting in stretch limos with a bottle of champagne, driving off to some nightclub in Hartford, hitting the town, going for it, walking in at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I've done it for a couple of years, I suppose. And then I look back at it now and go, oh my God. Do you know what I mean? Driving around in an Audi TT convertible sports car. Just loving the life. Do you know what I mean? Proper wagging out. I really did go through like makeup, hair extensions, great, amazing clothes. I really went heels on, everything. Look at me now, sitting here with my jimmies on. Hair
On a
strap back,
podcast,
on
yeah.
a podcast.
On a Friday
Do you know
night.
what I mean? On a Friday night.
Yeah.
So
Both
yeah.
the watchers are
So
doing that.
yeah, I did go through it. I'm glad I went through it. Like I said, I've done that last bit, kicked it out because I'll never do it again.
Did you never go clubbing when you were younger?
Yeah,
Like
I
that,
did.
like, to that extent.
It's not as though it's something I was missing out on. Because when I was younger, sometimes I used to go to a nightclub on Friday night, Saturday night and Sunday. I burnt out. I was a proper party girl. So I just wanted to have one last whip at it and have another go. And it did. Because, like I said, my appearance was amazing. I looked amazing back then, And I thought, why not? And I did it. You know what I mean? So that's it, got it out of my system. But I won't ever be doing that again. But I think it was a mental thing in your head where you just go, oh my God, I can't, I'm not ready to finish, doing all of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even though I've had sort of 20 years where I haven't done it, do you know what? I can go and do this again. I can go and drive around in a sporty car and, you know,
Give it large.
get like, you know, get an eye, you know, the blokes, woo, you know, like,
Gets all that
yeah,
You're not
getting all of that,
nowadays.
yeah.
You got the best of the days.
All the builders, yeah, in the van,
All right.
you pull up next to them and that, yeah, go through your sort of that stage, you know. But that's it. It's done. It's done now.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie, you're too young to.
I haven't had a midlife crisis, but I definitely went through the quarter life crisis at about 28, which is different. Which is
Yeah.
a different. What you just explained there made me think about it, and I understood it about how redoing it and maybe doing it better the way that you wish you could have done it, and doing it in a way now that you've got the experience and you're adding on to what this is how I wish I did it when I was then. Quarter life was when I was about 28, where you look around and you notice, the 18-year-olds and you're 28, and this is like most people about 25, between 25 and 28, where they get the quarter life crisis, and it's more of a step in gear. That's the quarter life crisis, where you look around and you go, everyone's younger. I know what I'm doing. They're still trying to figure it out. And then you're like, okay, you have that step in gear moment where it's like, right, now I can push my, all your pieces are in place, and then it's like, right, now I'm on the attack, like in a solid way, not just like when you're young, you don't know what you're doing, you're just pushing every button. It's more like, all right, I've pushed every button, I know what every button does. Now I'm gonna use that to my advantage. So I've definitely had the quarter life crisis. Haven't had the midlife crisis yet, but I'll tell you this, I have. Experienced the midlife crisis of others, like going out with like my cousins lot, where they're a lot older, 40s, 50s, and we're out in Ibiza, and I'm looking at them like thinking, these guys are fucking amazing. But all it is that they're doing is the midlife crisis, but they're just doing it so much better than the 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
So
because they've got everything, so they're doing everything right. Yeah, they're doing.
Ollie,
They ain't queuing up anywhere. Everything's like like when you were younger, it's like you're just trying to hop the fence, But with these, it's like so I've experienced the midlife crisis through them, but not me personally, not yet.
Would you do me a favour?
Go for
Would
it.
you type out definition of midlife crisis?
Yeah.
Because I think the definition of midlife crisis is trying to relive your youth when you hit a certain stage to see if you still got it. And if that's the case, I don't think I've hit my midlife crisis yet.
That's fine.
And if anything, I've passed the midlife crisis. Well, remember,
everybody matures differently. I know that I mature a lot later than a lot. That's why I say most people like their midlife, they're like 21, 25. Me, I was like 28 when I looked around and realised, oh, actually, I know what I'm doing now. So it's different for everyone. So it's fine to be 50 and then say, do you know what? Or 50 in your 50s and go, okay, now I think I'm gonna. Now I just need to have that. You can do it differently, because for some people, like the way that you're describing it is. I like the way that Lisa described it. She made it like what you're saying is like about reliving your youth. It doesn't have to be about reliving your youth. It can be about being who you are now, but doing the things that you enjoyed when you were younger, but doing it in a way that you enjoy now.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you check see what the definition says.
I'm struggling with crisis.
I mean, it's just the ideology. Maybe I've got it wrong, and I've done the midlife crisis thing. Or that I've yet to go through it, and there are no at this point.
40 to 60, George. You're good. 40 to 60.
Yeah. So I mean, like.
You want me to read it?
I think yeah, please.
A midlife crisis is a period of emotional and physical uncertainty that some people experience during middle age, typically between the ages of 40 and 60. It's often triggered by reflections on aging, mortality, and unmet life goals. People experiencing the midlife crisis may feel dissatisfaction with their career, relationships, or personal achievement. So any of the three, maybe all three. This can lead to impulsive decisions, lifestyle changes, or a desire to recapture youth. Pursuing new hobbies, pursuing new hobbies, making drastic career shifts, or even purchasing expensive items. It doesn't happen to everyone and can vary in intensity and duration.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. For me, I think I'm more than having a midlife crisis. I've got more of a bucket list.
Yeah.
Things I like to do before the the clock stops.
You
So-
haven't had the where is it? I can't.
I haven't had the.
Like the uncertainty. For
Of-
you,
what do they mean by that? In context, put that in context.
is a period of emotional and physical uncertainty that some people experience. So with you, it's more about, because you talk about the goals and that, and I think that you've got like the goal side of it, but I think some people experience it in a way where they have that teen angst of uncertainty, where I don't think you've got that part of it. You've got more of the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean, the
But-
worry, time. That's more of a worry, I think, when you start coming from a man's point of view. Maybe everyone, but from my point of view, as a man, I feel there's not enough time.
Yeah.
To do
Running
what I
out
need
of
to
time.
do, and
I feel that as well.
you're still young, son, and you got way to go. You got 20 years to catch where I am, so you got 20 years of excellent living between then and now. So as long as you got your health, that's the most important thing. But for me, it's a case of I feel okay. I haven't achieved everything. Probably the standards I have is not very high. I've never stay out and say I want to be a millionaire or I want to be a famous this. I've tried my hands at different things that could lead that path, but it's a case for me just trying it. I just wanted to try it. I didn't want to. If it led to something excellent, fine. If it not, but circumstances didn't allow that to happen for me. So it's always been a case of like I haven't gone through buying the sports cars. All right, my car I've had for years. That Audi. It's not to pull any young girls. That's a part of midlife crisis. Younger girls, not really. It's just that there's things I haven't done yet that I want to do, but I'm looking for the time to do it. And there's certain things that I need to a weight around my neck. There's a couple of weights that I need to get rid
What are
of.
some of those things? Not all of them, but like what are some of them?
They're more financial. Once I can get rid of them,
Okay, yes, you've got a plan. Yeah,
I've got my
Yeah.
plans. Oh yeah, I've got
So
plans.
you're doing it.
I'm not, but I'm not. I don't think I'm living a midlife crisis life.
No.
I think I'm just living my life, getting on with it. I've got my plan at hand.
Yeah.
But I think when you get
I don't
older,
think you've hit your midlife crisis.
no.
I don't think you've hit it.
But you're
I don't-
going into
I don't
your
think you've
bucket
hit it.
list stage,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is where I'm at.
Mm.
I'm at the bucket list
Yeah.
stage now because obviously you get to that age and there are things that you go, do you know what? I've got things that I really would like to do, places I'd like to see, and things I'd like to do in my life, and new experiences I'd like to do. So it's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell you last week I done one of my bucket lists.
What did you do?
Things. Well, one of my bucket lists is I like to experience new things. Yeah, something completely. And my boys were like, "Wow, okay, fine." I turned around and said to them, "Right." So I work with two Indian girls. They're Hindu,
Yeah.
and it's their festival. Last week it was their festival. They have 9 days.
Which festival?
This is festival to do with their
Diwali.
god. Yeah.
Diwali?
No, Diwali's in November.
What, the Ganesh?
Right?
Which god?
Yeah, the one with all the arms.
That's Ganesh, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the one with all
the
the
elephant with all the arms?
Yeah, it's not the elephant. It's a
The
woman.
woman
It's a
with
woman
all the
god.
arms.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
basically, one of them turned around and said, "Right, in Ilford, yeah, on every single night of the week,
We're gonna have
they have this festival, yeah." And you go to it, and I said, I've always wanted to wear a sari.
Ooh,
Yeah, right.
You got pictures,
And
yeah?
I've always wanted to do a bit of Indian dancing, and do a little
Bit
bit
of
of
Bollywood.
Bollywood, yeah. And I like to experience new cultures, new things, and like one of the girls at work, that lady said to me, right, she said, you're coming with us on Thursday night. The boy said, you'll probably be the only English person in there.
So?
I said, would that bother you? I said, no, not at all. Well, they were wrong. There was 4, yeah, 4 English people.
Ha!
There must have been about, I don't know, 200-300 people in this huge big Palladium place in Ilford. And I went there, didn't have a sorry, I'm going to have a sorry next year because I'm going again. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I have got pictures. And I just embraced their culture for an evening, and it was incredible what I experienced. I was sitting in a circle, it's called the Circle of 108, where you have candles on the tray, and 108 of you have candles, and you go and you pray to the gods, and you do all this dancing, you dance around the god in the middle, and
You're going to have to
do you
get,
know what I mean?
you're gonna have to
Do
get
you
the
know
basics
what?
on this underneath, right?
It was incredible, this thing I went to. Yeah, I even wore a bindi, you know, like
Yeah,
bindi
yeah,
on the
yeah,
middle of
yeah,
the head.
yeah.
Yeah. Went all full out top, went for it. They absolutely loved me because I embraced their culture for the evening. Do you know what I mean? So but that was on my bucket list that I wanted to do a sari, want to do something like another one. I want to go to a gospel choir. I'd love to walk in to a church where you've got someone up there giving it, well, praise the Lord, hallelujah, and they all start clapping.
You never
and
been
all
to
that.
one of those churches?
No, I want to go. That's on my bucket list.
All you got to do is just walk in on a Sunday.
And
one of those
do you know what I mean?
churches.
It will happen.
A lot of them are the born again Christian churches that you have to rock into. I'll tell you where.
But it's not so I'm like massively religious. I just want to experience.
It's communal, isn't it? It's a
I
communal.
love experience. Yeah.
It's like look. You go to those churches. They speak a lot of really good stuff.
Roll another one.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, mate.
There's no wisdom.
Normally I
So
I got wisdom.
Cool. Yeah, no, there's. Where was I? Oh shit! This one just finished. Go on, Liz.
look at me. I'm dancing.
Oh no, let's have a look at
What
this.
is it? This is the.
Where's the sari? That's
This is it. I had this.
that's
on.
not a proper sari.
No, I didn't have a proper sari, but look, I'm dancing. Look, all the Indian. Look,
There you go.
I was there for the whole evening.
Nice
I
one.
had
Nice
an
one.
absolutely amazing time. All dancing, all round, all dancing.
I'm happy.
With my friend Usha.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing
Yeah,
evening,
okay.
and
You had a good
I
time?
I just like I said, they were so lovely. The people there.
Sorry about the abrupt end, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Yeah, no, it sounds like you had a fantastic time. So the festival, you're going to go to it again next
Yeah,
year?
next year.
Yeah?
Yeah, 9 days, like I said, and I went for one evening, and
So-
I didn't realise how much I enjoyed myself.
So your next step is one of those gospel church.
Yeah, I want a gospel church. I want, you know,
Look, like any church.
you know,
if
black
you-
gospel.
Yeah.
Oh, black
if
gospel.
you look on Google black gospel churches,
Yeah.
you'll find one pretty local, right? Probably maybe because I'll tell you where I reckon they might have it. There's one in Waltham Cross, if I'm not mistaken, the House of God, Jesus or something. But you can. It's a church, and it's open to everybody, so you can just be passing by and just walk in. Doesn't matter what colour you are. Just because it's a black gospel church, it doesn't matter. You can just rock in and just join in, you know, and just listen to what the pastor's saying, the message they're trying to give, you know. But a lot of black communities have those churches. So there's I think there's another one. There's loads. There's literally houses converted to little churches like that. So you want to do that, you can do it anytime, any Sunday.
Yeah.
Put it that any given Sunday you can go and do
And I
that.
will. I'll go and do it just like I done that last week.
You'll enjoy
The
it. You
opportunity
get,
to come
if
up,
you-
and I just. Do you know what I mean?
Would you
If
go
you
on
know
your
the
own?
songs-
Go on your own? Or?
I'd walk in anywhere on my own. It does
Legend.
not bother me. Like, yeah, definitely. I'm not. I'm doing this for me. It just it experiences my
And that-
knowledge and my. It just gives me opens up a whole new
it's good.
world of
It's
brain
good to
work.
know other cultures.
Yeah.
You know, because like, if you
Can't-
don't
you
know
can't
your
be-
fellow man,
Yeah, it can't be closed, man. This is the world we live in. This is
yeah,
the
yeah,
world.
you
like,
have to be open to
it's
other
all,
cultures.
it all counts,
Yeah.
man.
And especially in England, when there's so many different. I mean, it's one of the most multicultural societies in the world. London, for a start. But yeah, it's great to experience these things because, like, sometimes the stuff that you haven't experienced, you can't talk about it. You don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? You're naive. So
yeah.
it's good to doing what you're doing, and this is all a part of your bucket list.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. This is it. Do experiences that are just like completely out there. That you know.
You know, I just want to change it up a little bit. Unless Ollie, you had something to add to it, because I think I'm going to make this the last segment. Yeah, this one's going to be the last segment, guys.
No, you were still talking about like the midlife crisis. It
No,
wasn't a
I
different
think-
question, was it? Was
yeah,
it a different
no,
question?
Yeah.
No, it was the same question. Yeah.
yeah.
I said, yeah.
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been around like older men that are experiencing the midlife crisis, and I've been there fortunately enough to experience that with them,
Yeah.
but not having, but being able to observe it and know what to expect.
Well,
And then, there was one word, I forgot the word again. Yeah, it's all right.
that's
That I was going to say for you, George, but it keeps coming and going.
Listen, guys. This week, I'm so sorry that I've been lazy on the question front. I'm so sorry. It's just that I've been so busy coming back. The wedding
I
I'm
can get you some.
working
Get
on.
you some good questions.
No. We've got it here.
Oh, you got questions.
Yeah,
All right.
I've
Get you
still got a
some.
couple.
Can ask the robot.
I mean, enough to get us through here. The future is coming. All right, the future's coming. These android robots are getting more and more lifelike. That's in 2024 right now. So could you imagine it by 2034, in 10 years' time, how these robots will be? And do you think, as today's society, the way women are, demanding and a man's got to earn this, and a man's got to have so much height, and a man's got to have a six-pack, a body like a god, and he's got to treat me like a princess and bring me flowers and chocolates and be my
Did you watch that
my electrician.
wife-like film?
No. You got to bring me. You got to be my gardener, my mechanic, my plumber, my electrician, my roofer. You got to be my confidant. You got to listen to me when I speak. Now, with these robot women coming out, and the technology is pretty advanced.
It's the movie Wife Life.
Is it?
Wife Like, yeah, watch it. It's exactly what you're talking about.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. Wife Like,
yeah, Wife Like. It's on Netflix. I watched it the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It touches it. Carry on.
I'm gonna search that, see that, because
Yeah.
this is because I saw this thing today, a post on Facebook, and I found it funny. So what it was, do you think men will buy those androids and
Yes.
to replace women?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you think so, Lise?
Why?
Yeah,
I think they're doing it now, aren't they?
I
I
don't know.
mean, yeah, I think so. They are, aren't they? There's
There
people
are,
that buy-
yeah, but it's like sickos and fringe. But
yeah,
what we're talking about is that it's going to become the norm that a man will live with a robot wife,
Yeah,
and only certain people will have a real wife.
yeah,
but
true.
why do you think?
Because a man will want an obedient
Excuse me.
wife and a wife that doesn't talk back. And
But
give-
there's human women that actually do that.
yeah, but
But-
there's,
But
They're-
not
they're-
enough of them.
No,
Yeah.
they're a rarity.
yeah,
They're not enough for
exactly.
everyone.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're exactly right. It's a rarity. So
But why is society? Because
it's sad,
the
really.
demands that are put on men. I mean, if you look at your boys, what the demands that are put on them, or what is expected from them from society.
Into the mic, George.
Sorry, mate. Let me just do
Can't
my
hear
thing.
you.
But it's just,
Can't hear you.
I think this is happening, and it will happen once technology is developed
Oh,
better
definitely.
and better,
Watch
right?
the
Because
film,
why would you have an argumentative partner? That is the first and foremost thing. Why would you have someone that wants to make arguments all the time or give you shit all the time?
You just
when
make sure you find someone that doesn't want to make arguments all the time. and
if
give shit all the time.
they exist as
Someone's
time
a little
goes
bit
by,
laid back, a bit chilled out. Changing the subject completely. There's a watch that I watched on Netflix last week because one of my sons said, "You've got to watch it, Mum. You just really need to watch this." You heard obviously about I can't say the word, the Mendez
brothers. Yeah, my
Brothers.
parents were talking about it.
Right. So I watched.
I didn't watch it, but
I've
they
watched
told me
the
about it.
series. Yeah. There's a film and there's a series. I watched the series of the
Right.
Mendez brothers. I
Yeah.
didn't really know much about it, but all I knew that it was three brothers that basically
Killed their
on
family.
a Sunday evening they went into their mum and dad's house. They
Horrific.
got 2 shotguns and they shot their mum and their dad, both of them, close range, and they've just done 39 years.
They want to release them, don't they?
Yeah, they want to release them. And do you know what? When I watched this thing for the first hour, when you see them shoot them and blah blah blah,
Were their parents like horrific?
you're
or-
like, they deserve to go down. But by the time you've ended up watching the whole series and you realise why they done it, they deserve to come out.
Oh really?
Yeah, seriously.
So the parents were horrific.
The dad was the mum was bad, but the dad was the most abusive, horrific person I've
Sorry,
ever
what
seen.
story is this?
This
But
is
is
called,
that-
you've got to see it. It's called the Mendez Brothers. It's called Monster. Yeah, it's a series on Netflix, and it's about the 2 young Mendez brothers that are doing time at the moment.
Quick question though:
Yeah.
is the father doing it vindictively, or is he doing it in trying to train them to trying to educate? them?
Right. Both ways. But
Okay.
what he done, it was the one of the worst things I've seen for a long time of real life true crime. The dad was running for Senate. He was a powerful man. He had loads of money. You know, big house in Beverly Hills. He had 2 sons that didn't want for anything. But then the stories came out from the sons that they were both being sexually abused by the dad really badly since they were 5 years old.
And that's true.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because the boys' friends come out and actually said, we know they've spoken about it when they were kids. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you know, they used to give them, he used to take them to tennis lessons, and then
Jeez, that's
start
your own
off with
kids.
giving them your own son a
To
massage
your own
when he's
kids. How
5
could you
years
do that to your
old.
own kids?
Then by the time he's 8 years old, you're having sex with your son.
Your own son.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
He could
Yeah.
have any,
Fake it.
he's
And
a
the
rich
worst
and
bit
powerful
is
person.
the-
You get
yeah.
anyone you want. How could
Exactly.
you do that to your own kid? How could you not?
Wife was so afraid she knew it was going on and
Oh,
she done nothing. Yeah.
I don't want. Yeah. I don't want.
It's a sick.
I'm sorry, how did we get onto this?
No, I'm just saying I was filling in the gap.
Oh,
So
sorry,
if you
I
ever
would've
want to
carried
watch it.
Yeah, no, I want to go
Yeah.
back to the Android
Yeah,
girlfriend.
go right.
You know, just as long as there's enough electricity in the
Yeah.
house and the rechargeable batteries all good to go.
Oh, that was the funny thing about the film.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, you'll never go to bed alone. But then at night she has to charge in a
Oh.
different in a different room.
Really?
So you can fuck her, fall asleep with her, but she's still gonna get up and walk out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to fuck her when she's only got like 5% left in her. You know what I mean? Because you can get there and all of a sudden she
Yes, you've
gets
been down,
get
innit,
to the
relaxing.
moment, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden the eyes go
I've got-
up
I've got
and
to
it's like,
charge,
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Just fucking,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leave me
hurry
like
up, hurry
this.
up and
Quick,
finish it.
charge her up,
Right.
quick.
But get one of the extendable charges.
Yeah, innit?
No, but that is so
no,
true. I
I'm
mean,
lying.
like,
Sorry.
why would you, if especially with artificial intelligence,
Mhm.
the way they can respond and speak and the
Yeah.
way their mind goes, I mean, like, you're literally talking to a person
Mm.
with an independent personality. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, again, like you said, there's 100 reasons why men will go with or buy an Android girlfriend or Android wife or whatever it may be, robot wife, but whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Why are they, because if they're making products like this, there's obviously a demand for it, and they're not going to be cheap either.
Mm.
But why are they making these type of products? For a start, who's making it? Be guys, men, right?
I don't know if you can say whose fault is it because
Twist the mic a little bit towards you.
I don't know if you
Twist,
can.
no,
I
twist it.
don't know if you're really allowed to ask that question. It's almost like when you've got the master and the slave. Whose fault is it? You know, it's like, do you know what I mean?
It's no one's fault. It's
you
supply
can't-
and demand.
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
supply and
Yeah.
demand.
Yeah,
You
but
can't
why is
really
there?
ask that
Hold on,
question.
whoa.
You can't-
Why is there a demand? Okay,
I know where you're coming from.
Well, then so this is why. Whose fault is it? For there to be a demand for something like that,
Yeah, but you can't say it's
Right,
like
but-
women's
but-
fault,
but
'cause not all
a
women
woman-
are like it.
No, but
Right.
majority are.
All right, forget,
So
forget,
and it's
forget
more
man
so
or
the
woman.
younger generation.
forget man or
not the
woman.
older
A
school.
person's life is not about fulfilling your like your desire, your
It's
self-
not
like-
about the sexual desires. It's about
Your-
company, because that's what I said.
yeah,
Artificial
but she
intelligence.
she doesn't, or a person, a human being, right? Like I am not going to change everything about myself to fit inside of a world. If I do not fit in that world, I will happily not fit in that world. Okay, you can't and then say, well, whose fault is it? It's a human being.
No.
You
I
so
mean,
yeah, but you're trying to
yeah, but
align the two.
I
and that's-
am.
and
I am
You're
because
trying
like,
to.
there's
But
got
you
to be a
can't do
reason
that.
for there to be a product
I get what you're
that
saying.
is in demand. Why is there such a product in demand when there's the organic one version right there, the one that is not mechanical? Why? And why are people choosing to go for that option rather than a natural organic woman? Why? You got to ask these questions. Why? Is it because men have had enough and they found another option? Is that what it is? For there to be a demand, I mean, because apparently there's a fucking backlog of orders for these new type of robots. So what? So in effect, you're going to eradicate. You're going to eradicate.
Women will go back to being second class.
Yeah,
It's not a
because
good thing. It's not a
they've
good
demanded.
thing.
Well, they've demanded that they want this. They want that. Their demands. The modern day. Not Lisa. You know the score.
If you watch
Right,
the film,
The modern day woman. The demands that they put on the man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you want me to do everything, and what are you doing?
Yeah.
No, forget sex. Take sex out of it. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Because when I get home, you're not giving me comfort. You're nagging me. When I get home, you're not letting me relax. You're asking me to go and repair this fucking block toilet, or you've broken the handle or something. You know? So, that question of whose fault is it for there to be a demand of this product because there's a certain customer. Look, I really got to say a little bit more on this,
there's
if
certain
you don't
things
mind.
certain things you're missing though, George. Is
No.
that the robot, it's not a man, it's not a woman, it's a robot.
It's mechanical.
Is going to be more capable than any human. So that broken handle, it can fix it. It
Hold
might
on
look
to-
sexy,
No, hold
and
on,
you can come home and
we're
fuck
coming
it
to- we're
and
coming to
be
the
comforted
end.
by
We're
it.
coming to
It's
the
going to do all of
Ladies and
those
gentlemen,
things.
we'll be right back. Sorry for this abrupt end. Mate, sorry. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Sorry. No, I'm talking about. No, look, for women, they might be able to get met. They'll obviously, it's going to be, if it's good for the goose, it's good
Yeah,
for the
they're
gander.
going to, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
yeah.
then we're going to make men boyfriends or men husbands.
Mm.
You know, at some point.
Yeah.
I've not seen the movie, but I can only fathom the future of life
Mm.
regarding this. It's just that women want X, so the robot that they buy is going to contain those X qualities.
Yeah.
And men want Y, which is going to the robot women, that robot wife or robot girlfriend, android, whatever, cyborg, whatever the fuck they're called.
Mhm.
They're going to have the qualities that a man wants. You know, and now you got to sit back and say, hold on a second, women are dating robots, men are dating robots, but men and women are not dating each other.
I think there will be still human connection.
Of course, there's going to be, because not everyone's going to be into the mechanics.
No, but I'm saying that there will
you
be
know?
many families that have both. There might be a female-looking robot and a male-looking robot, and a man and a husband, and a man and a wife, a husband and a wife in the same household.
So like a menage a trois kind of thing going on.
No, but she can ask the male robot to do whatever she wants him to do during the day, and he can ask her to do whatever she needs him to do.
Sorry,
and
mate.
then they can
If
still.
I'm in a relationship and my girlfriend wife has got a male robot, he's still doing
Okay,
half
okay,
my fucking job.
Okay.
As a man.
You forget.
All right, so the
no,
question
wait.
back at you,
One thing, just real quick. You're looking at it from your style of life, right? I want you to imagine now that you're a millionaire. In a millionaire's lifestyle, yeah, because we're all going to be in a different lifestyle when this happens. a millionaire lifestyle, he'll have a wife, and there'll also be many employees that do the gardening, that do the house cleaning. Yeah, that wife is not got the expectations on her, and that man hasn't got the expectations on him. So we're going to be living that lifestyle where we've got all of those expectations being met.
If you're a millionaire.
And we just, but in the future, when we can afford a £15,000 robot, that's all it's going to be, and you can pay that off in 5 years or however long it takes you to pay it. You can have that, and you're basically going to have employees within your household that are taking care of those things. Then all you've got left to think about is the relationship between you and your wife.
Yeah, but that's going to...
Right, so the question back at you, George.
Golf.
Right,
You're still going to get nagged though. Sorry,
George,
he's got...
you say
That's
like,
relationships.
Yeah, you say many times that obviously you've had relationship problems, and
Problems,
issues gone on, So throwing it back at you with the robot wife,
Yeah.
You say you like to come home. You don't want a woman nagging you in your ear saying,
Who does?
George, since you've been out, the toilet's blocked, the sink thing underneath don't work, blah 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 blah. How is your day?
Everything's going to be automated. Toilet ain't going to get blocked.
You don't want the hassle. Is there any dinner? No dinner tonight then? Like blah
The
blah.
robot's
blah.
going to make the dinner.
Yeah. So would you, for your simple life that you want and your expectancy out of a woman, would you, if you had the opportunity to get that robot to give you what you think these people, these men need from this robot?
Look, if I can't find it in a human, which is weird me saying this, if I can't find it in a human, because there's nothing nicer than snuggling up to a nice human warm body.
Yeah, a metal robot's not really going to cut the...
But the technology be there to circulate heat. It's already
true.
that touch.
Yeah,
I mean, the technology in their hands are like human hands, and I mean, there's entire companies that work on different sections of a human body. I mean, there's one that just works on fingers.
So would you get this robot?
Would I? If I didn't have a girlfriend and I've had enough of...
Look at this woman.
Hold on, and I had enough of...
You can buy one of them.
I've had enough of their attitude, because they just all feel that they expect princess treatment when you're not no one's a princess unless you're born into royalty, and even then it's bullshit. They expect to be treated like princesses without giving anything back. And that's the way modern society is. There's a rare handful of women that still have the old school qualities within them, because their parents have raised them that way. And it's all about upbringing, how to be a woman. The mother should, those skills that are passed from mother to daughter, like from father to son. Yes, I would have, if she walked like a real, if everything was like identical, but they would, like that film Logan's Run. Not Logan's Run, sorry. They just made a remake of it. Shit, what's it called? With Harrison Ford, who was what we was talking about.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
when they got to that point, because synthetic
the one with
skin,
the dark hair that he first
dark
went out
hair,
with.
blonde hair, whatever hair. The one that he had to
and you
kill.
could only tell by the thing in the eye.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the
Blade
only
Runner.
thing you do with the Blade Runner.
That's and like they're literally identical to human.
Yeah.
Intelligence wise, body wise, you can't tell the difference. Yeah, fuck, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, like, if they're capable of emotion, they have to have that capability, because they've got to show me love and respect, and the physical side of things, it's not about that, you know what I'm saying? Because they can make artificial vaginas and whatever have you, and artificial penises and so on, and to put on a mechanical robot or whatever it may be, right? For me, it's about the company and intelligent talk and understanding, and obviously they'll be programmed to understand what a man is. You know what I'm saying? How to deal with a man, what should be with a man, and what have you. But yeah, I mean, I take that over a headache every day. You know, it's like there's been times that I've never wanted to come home because, like, you know what the fuck you got waiting at home.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? A headache and an argument for nothing. You know, and like women do that. They like to start arguments, and I don't understand why. Like, there's a lot of shit that I don't understand about women. Hence, I am where I am. Because I won't have any of it. Because we're both human. Just because you're a woman, don't give you the entitlement to talk to me like that.
Well, it's funny you should say that because they've just brought another film out on Netflix. I watched that the other day, and it's a bit like you're saying about your typical old school woman, right? So basically, you watch this film, and you've got all these couples living in these identical sort of houses in a little town in the middle of a desert, yeah. And you're thinking, okay, it's a sort of self-contained little town, yeah. And all these, they go back to the 50s, so all these women are the perfect women, yeah.
Perfect wife.
The perfect wife,
Yeah.
yeah. She literally, you see all the wives in the morning, they all goodbye to their husbands, give them their pat lunch, they all go off, and then they go clean, go shopping, come home, make themselves look beautiful. Soon as that door opens, there's a glass of scotch with ice. There you go, husband, feet down, slippers off.
Fuck me,
Beautiful
what's
dinner.
this?
Beautiful, you've got to watch this film. Beautiful
Is it-
dinner on the
it's Stepford
table.
Wives,
No,
isn't
is
it?
it?
Right.
Is it?
Yeah, and
It's
the
coming,
perfect
George.
woman.
Sounds like a fucking
It's coming,
dream.
George. Give
Yeah,
it 5 years,
no
mate.
backlit, no chat,
Fuck.
no.
I've died and got to
Right,
heaven.
seriously, this
What is
film,
this crying?
yeah,
It's
right.
heaven. What the fuck?
Yeah, it is. No backlit, no chat. She does everything. She's sex is amazing for them. Everything's that these guys are living the
They're
best
gods.
life.
So he's-
Yeah.
This is a movie. Yeah?
Yes, it's a movie. I'll get the name of
Yeah,
it. Right?
definitely.
I think,
Right.
is it Stepford Wives, isn't it?
No,
that's a different one.
It's a new one. It's just come out on Netflix.
They turn crazy in the end in Stepford.
Is it,
Yeah.
is it this one? Is it this one? Wife-like?
No,
I've got to see that wife like as well.
Yeah, trust me, it's good, man.
But-
hey,
The bird, man, is unbelievable.
but one of the women, she's sort of thinking, hang on here. She keeps getting flashbacks of things of another life that she's had. Yeah,
Ooh.
right. And
Yeah, that's
it's a
this.
sci-fi thing.
That's this. That's this one. Wife-like.
No, it's not wife-like. Trust me. I'll find the name of the film. And she's getting flashbacks, and she's thinking, "Hang on, why do I have to do this? It's like I've been programmed to do this kind of wifey thing." Yeah, but I don't want to spoil it
Don't spoil it.
Yeah,
I like it though.
because it's a really good film, and her brain wakes up to thinking, hang on here, we're all doing this, all us wives are all the perfect wives, and we're doing the perfect wifey thing with all our husbands,
That's the shit.
but I'm thinking outside the boxes, something's not right, why, you know, I need to do something different.
Science ski with it.
Something ski with it, and then you find out what it is, and it's very sci-fi, yeah, but it's a really good watch.
It sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Get that,
it's good.
If
Like I
you
said,
get it,
yeah.
text it to me.
Yeah,
Or WhatsApp it,
Yeah,
whatever
I
it
will.
be,
I'll
Lisa, because
WhatsApp.
I want to see that
you
movie.
watch it.
You
Like
know?
I said, Ollie said he came down halfway through. I was watching it 2 nights ago, and he went, "Do you know what? I've just started watching that. It's good, isn't it?" I said, "Yeah, it really is." I'm like intrigued to find out what the hell's going on here.
It's a
Yeah.
movie, yeah, not
It's a
serious.
movie. No, it's a movie.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'll get the name of it.
Yeah, definitely, because you know that saying, happy wife, happy life?
Mm.
So a man's got to go all out his way to make the man happy. What about making a happy husband, a happy...
You'll laugh because when you do see it and you see these wives and how they are with their husbands, it is, as you would portray, the perfect
Oh, fucking hell,
wife.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Where do you find it?
They really are the perfect wives that a bloke can't ask for anything more
Now,
than what he's getting
your
in this film.
description, I mean, that is the movie,
Yeah.
right? What do you think, as a person, as your own
Yeah.
individual thought, what do you think, I in a second, Ollie, let me ask you this. What do you think the perfect wife is? this is a good question to ask around the table next time. But what do you think the perfect wife is, Ollie?
I think it depends on the individual.
That's
But
true.
it
On their
is-
needs.
Yeah, it's the human connection. It is like everybody wants something in their own version. Like everyone does things the way that they do it, and that's how they do it. And then the thing is like you could say, oh, I want it like this, I want it like this, and then I want it like this, and then you could get everything like what you described, the slippers and the scotch. But then after a while, you're going to say, no, actually, do you know what? It's nice stepping down one step at a time, but I want to jump 3 steps and go, oh, switch it up and then go bang. And then they can switch it up and then still meet you there. If they can meet you on the level, and then that's kind of the perfect thing. No, to interpret when you want to switch. That's what it is. It can be perfect, but perfect only lasts for so long, and then you got to switch, and then you got to find a new perfect. And if they're willing to go on that journey with you to find it, then that's the perfect wife.
Okay, so you don't know what a perfect wife it may be, but so what would you consider the perfect wife? Liz?
Me.
Yeah, perfect.
Me. There you go. I'm the perfect wife.
If more women took a note out of your book, you know what I mean? There'll be a lot more relationships.
I
and
think
there'll be
the
a lot
perfect-
more happier men.
I think, I don't know, perfect wife, to me, to be a perfect wife is to see things from their point of view as well as your own, and not be single-minded
So
throughout your whole
understanding
relationship.
of the guy.
Yeah, obviously loyalty, trust, and all the values
basics.
come in, the basics come in. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, like I said, having that intuition where you both you understand, you get where he's coming from. You don't just simple mind yourself out in a conversation. Seeing it, I think that just comes with being wise anyway as you get older, don't you? You see it from both points of view. You
If
know
you're
what I mean?
wise enough.
Yeah, not being single-minded. Yeah. So whatever
Selfish.
whatever
Yeah.
situation comes up in the household or an issue that you have to deal with, you know, that's the I think the perfect wife.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lisa, perfect explanation. Ollie, thank you very
I
much.
said the same thing. I don't know what you're on about.
No, you
Can I borrow the lighter again?
you
Sorry.
got one of those instead, though. But
I
Lisa
said the
gets
same
that.
thing. I
No,
said
you
exactly the same thing. She just worded it better than I did.
That's right.
I'm
Well
gonna
done,
find
Liz.
that. I'm gonna find
Guys, it's been lovely having you this week again. I could carry this on. Just a robot wife is fucking brilliant, because I want to actually go what makes a perfect husband. But we're coming to the end of this week. Ladies and gentlemen, please tune in next week. It's going to be a spooky horror, and we're going to have some weird people on here. Damn, finished. Oh man, that was really good, really good. I enjoyed that. Ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in. Next week, we're going to have a PT trainer, Jake, my man from JD Fitness. He's going to be here on the show with us. And we're going to have Suzanne, the spiritualist. It's Halloween next week. Join us. And if you've got any question regarding the show, please put it into the comments, as we're going to switch off. Live stream is coming to an end. Like, subscribe, and join us every Friday when we can make it and make you laugh. Have a lovely one, guys. Take care and have a lovely weekend. Thank you very much. Oh. Whoops, sorry, y'all.